Guys, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on, guys? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, man. You know? Guys, these modern women are spoiled, entitled, and absolutely useless, guys. Absolutely useless. What a joke. You know what I'm saying? All this crazy, strong and independent stuff.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Absolutely insane, guys. You know? It's all a joke, guys, right? These chicks expect us men to especially chicks you don't even know, right? Here, hold on, let me clarify my statement a little more. Hold on. Guys, one second here. Who do we have? Jubilee, how you doing? Keyshawn says they're spoiled. Yep. They expect men to help, to pay for dates, all that other stuff. Rajai, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you, right? C-Grips here. It's good to see you, my friend, as usual, right?
We're out here building a new nation for black people.
It's time for you to start paying some dues, nigga.
I ain't giving you shit.
Bonghole is here. Memphis is here. Julia's here. Good to see you guys, man. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. Yeah. Guys, women are like, oh, we're so not protected. We don't feel protected. Guys, it's a woman's brother's, cousins, and father's job, grandfather's job to protect them, right? Men who don't know you don't owe them anything. And guys, never, ever, ever help any woman who you're not related to, who you're not having regular sex with. What's the point? What's the point? They're just going to keep asking for more and more and more. And it's going to keep costing you more and more and more. That's why you can't have female friends, guys, because all they want is the boyfriend experience from you without having to pay the boyfriend husband price of giving you the draws. What a joke, you know? Hold on, guys. Yeah, so if you see a strange chick, in trouble, guys, keep walking, right? If you see a DV thing, guys, keep walking. Don't get involved. Do not get involved. I've seen more dudes or heard about more dudes getting got because they're stepping and it's on something. That they shouldn't have been involved in, and they end up getting beat up, shot, stabbed, and not resuscitated. You know what I'm saying? Why? Look at that, guys. I'm telling you. I know that we joke around a lot because this is not a game, right? Okay. Here, guys, let's break some news because I have a couple of a couple stories here. But guys, they feel entitled to your protection. They feel entitled to your safety, to your money, to your time, right? They want you to pay for dates. If you're in a relationship, they want you to pay for everything while they work full-time and all their money is their money. It's entitlement. Guys, leave these Theo 4s alone. What a joke. Guys, here, let's break some news here, right? Let's do that. You guys might remember this story, but I have a couple more just like it. All right. Seagip, you remember this story, right? Hold on.
That random attack at Grand Central Terminal. The victim, recovering tonight, says he was physically attacked overnight after trying to step in to help a woman who was being verbally attacked.
Yeah, you guys remember this story?
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger.
He has a shattered in jaw, a giant gash in the back of his head.
It's not a way to live. I'm not liking the city, my city, and I grew up here. I'm born and raised.
And from his hospital bed tonight, Kenneth Haygood described the encounter he had early this morning while waiting for a 5 train home from work as he stood on the mezzanine at Grand Central.
And then I see a woman over there, very attractive, standing by herself. And then all of a sudden, this guy appears, and he starts yelling in her face and waving his arms in her face. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Is he getting ready to hit her or something?
He says he walked down the stairs to the platform, put himself between the man and the woman.
Strike one.
Called 911.
It's like, where's he at? I said, he's coming at me right now.
Strike two.
He's walking towards me with his, intent. And they said,
he should have decked the dude right in the mouth. Well, he shouldn't have been there in the first place, obviously, right? But guys, you don't step in the middle of this. Call the cops, guys, but don't get involved. Now, I can say that if it's a child, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? If there's some random 6-year-old and there's some weirdo kicking him and punching, come on, guys. I mean, that's something. Look, okay, that's different. That's a child. Even my heart's not completely made of stone.
Well, he was already taking an L because the first thing he said was attractive woman.
Yeah.
And the second thing, and guys, this was right around the time of Brickface Lady, where they were saying black men weren't protecting women or anything along those lines. And I'll let you finish playing the story before I start cooking. I remember this.
Yep.
is he at now? So he's right in front of me.
Kenneth says he was speaking to dispatchers when the man attacked him. The next thing he knew, he was in an ambulance.
He has a cranial brain bleed, lacerations in his head, fractures all up and down his orbital bones.
Hours later, his sister Mia got a call that Kenneth was at Bellevue after the man had knocked him down and kicked him repeatedly in the head. Cops quickly caught the assailant, who they say has multiple prior arrests, including at least one assault. The woman didn't stick around.
You notice that, guys? Right there. Right there.
Let's go. Let's
she
go.
didn't even stick around. Homeboy got stomped out, and she didn't even stick around, guys. She didn't even stick around to see if he was all right. Jay Rice, how you doing? Banging Mom, how you doing? Perfect. He says real Manning is dangerous. Guys, hit the like button on the way in, please. Julius, how you doing? Guys, you won't catch me dead doing this. And I was trying to find a story, guys. Guys, I have a live stream about this from like a year and a half ago where it was nothing but these stories, guys. I think it was called Simping Can Get You Killed. It was a story in Houston. It was at a gas station, and Nug and Glocktavia pull up and start cussing at each other. Nug starts going upside Tavia's head, right? This Good Samaritan steps in, and all this Nug goes, takes him out, and then Glocktavia and Nug get in the car and take off. And just leave homeboy there, and he passes away. Guys, you cannot risk it, man. You just can't.
My brother is a hero. I mean,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
He's paying for it right now, but I am very proud of the man that he was raised to be, and the fact that he saw a woman in distress.
Would you do it again?
Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah.
Once a sucker, always suckers are made to be licked.
Well, the guy obviously didn't beat some sense into him. Oh!
And my G, you still ain't getting your wee touch.
You're not. Look at that, guys.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Come on.
That could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
But it wasn't.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that in my presence.
Look at that, guys.
And I should think that way. I should think that way.
So he got stomped out. Guys, we will cover both Andrew and Rachel Wilson cooking this this TradCon feminist. This chick got absolutely obliterated, dude. These think that they're blonde, hot, turning point chicks. This chick got destroyed by Rachel Wilson and by Andrew Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Guys, here we have a couple more stories here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and just AJ, real quick, and what made this story resonate with me was, like I said, this occurred not long after Brickface Lady.
Yeah,
and they were talking about black men don't protect black women, and this chick was able to get tens of thousands of dollars raised in GoFundMe, and I think they did a GoFundMe for this guy, and it barely cracked like a couple of grand. So insane.
I don't get is this. A person doesn't need to be protected from problems that they make from themselves. A lot of times, guys, I'm telling you, ass whoopings just don't fall from the sky, right? Yep. You know, even if you see a dude spin kick and a chicken, guys, okay. I taken my older sister, right? Her whole story is she was being abused and her ex was so. But guys, my sister's got a mouth on her, right? And she brings out the worst in anyone. Now, I'm not trying to say that her ex was like the best guy on planet Earth, obviously. But I can imagine that she would say such crazy stuff, right? That, women can do just as much damage with their words as dudes can do with a spin kick. Put a 1 if you guys agree, and guys, hit the like button, please. Let's check this out.
Who says he was attacked after stepping in to help a woman being roughed up by her boyfriend.
Look at this.
In Arlington, man who says he was attacked after stepping in to help a woman being roughed up by her boyfriend says he doesn't want his attacker to go to jail. Instead, he wants restorative justice. So what is this about? Tisha Lewis has more.
Well,
restorative justice. Look at that, guys. Come on.
Restorative justice focuses on rehabilitation in lieu of incarceration, and that is what the victim wants, despite getting black eyes and having a bruised forehead and a gash on his neck after this attack. It left him pretty beat up, and now he's wanting to actually meet his attacker.
What an idiot.
Restorative justice and rehabilitation. This attack apparently happening right here.
Is that not the most woke liberal thing that you've ever heard? Restorative justice. I want to meet him, talk to him, and see why he kicked the shit out of me. Please.
For my left shoulder here in this Arlington neighborhood, the brutal attack took place here on Sunday night on Wilson Boulevard after the Good Samaritan intervened in a fight between a young couple that he says was escalating.
I don't think that jail incarceration is necessarily a fix for things.
Because you're an idiot.
Especially for young, violent guys.
Because you're an idiot. You are an idiot.
You throw them in jail, and they often come out worse than when they went in.
Adam Theo says he saw the couple fighting. The man was reportedly grabbing the woman's shoulders, not letting her leave, and trying to rip her clothing, and so he decided to step in. Theo says when he stepped in to protect the woman, her boyfriend then began to attack him. He says the brutal attack lasted about a minute. He has black eyes, bruises on his forehead, and a gash across his neck. This all happened Sunday night around 6:30 on Wilson Boulevard. The suspect's girlfriend initially pulled the suspect off Theo, but he apparently returned and resumed fighting him. That's when witnesses reportedly stepped in to help Theo, pulling the suspect off him.
And this is why, guys, you got to learn how to fight. Okay? A lot of guys talk tough, but they don't know how to fight. Guys, don't get involved because you have to know how to handle yourself. Guys, kickboxing, Muay Thai, judo, jiu-jitsu, guys, something. You have to learn how to fight, guys.
Theo, having served time behind bars when he was younger, does not want the suspect to go to jail. Instead, he wants restorative justice.
Yeah, we all know what that redheaded dude he was doing behind bars, right? Let's just say he liked to drop the soap. Oh!
What he really wants to see is that this person takes accountability for what he's done to him, maybe for what he's done for other people as well, and then gets the help he needs for his issues.
Yes, see, this is the woke liberal mentality. It's not his fault, Lord. He knows not what he does. Right? There's always external factors making people do things, and not the fact that some people are evil. They're evil, right? Or they've been shaped in a way that makes them do evil things. And the only way to actually make society better is to remove them from said society. This is the mindset where California and stuff, they're trying to justify PDFs, guys. You know what I'm saying?
So that he doesn't do it to somebody else in the future.
And victim Adam Theo says he is completely open to that. Meanwhile, we did speak with Arlington County Police. We're told the suspect got away. They are searching for him. The description is pretty vague, but he's described as an Hispanic male who was wearing white pants and a blue top at the time of the attack.
Look at that, guys. Hold on. We have a couple more stories here, guys. Hold on. Guys, hit the like button, please. I appreciate that. Here you go.
On top of breaking news this morning, just into our newsroom, Winston-Salem police are on scene of a workplace shooting that left 2 people injured. It happened at Republic Services recycling facility on Overdale Road in Winston-Salem. Let's take a live look. You can see a heavy police presence and crime scene tape roping off part of that parking lot. First, I want to emphasize police say this is not an active shooter. The suspect is in custody. Winston-Salem police say just after 6 this morning, there was a fight between 2 employees. One employee physically assaulted 52-year-old Shannon Bicking. So her husband, Ethan Bicking, who also works there, tried to intervene. Police say the suspect shot him before running from the business. Both Shannon and Ethan Bicking are at the hospital. She is stable, recovering from injuries.
Damn, all that. So his wife must have been talking mess, and then he got shot for it. Guys, here we go. Here's another one. Watch this.
The memorial outside the front door of this apartment complex office is dedicated to the maintenance man shot and killed, and several of the tenants say he'll be dearly missed. This memorial shows how much people love the maintenance man, Carlos Abar. A Rest in Peace Carlos sign on the apartment office door has handwritten messages from tenants.
A lot of good this does, right? When he's dead, you know what I mean?
Like this one reading, "Thank you for being our hero." No surprise to tenant Kelly Pulls.
Because he was very well loved. He was very well loved and considered a friend to all of us.
Fort Worth police responded to shots fired at the apartment office on Arch Adams Lane Friday. They found Carlos Abar with several gunshot wounds to his upper body. Officers learned an employee called for Abar's help while hiding in the restroom. According to police, 29-year-old tenant Devin Smith became upset about paperwork left on his apartment's door. When Abar tried to get Smith to leave, police say Smith shot Abar several times.
And he knew that Carlos worked for the apartments because they lived on the same floor.
Like 6 police cars rolled up, all the cops jumped out and they started pulling guns and running in the offices right there on the corner.
Smith reportedly fled to his apartment where police arrested him for murder. Now,
yeah, guys. So now he's dead. He got involved in something he shouldn't have been a part of. Hold on. Oops. Let's see here.
A North Texas family says frustration has been added to their grief now that a murder suspect is released on bond. Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. Carlos Ibar was a Fort Worth.
You see, they released the suspect on bond too. Yeah.
Maintenance worker. He was killed trying to help someone else. His grieving family is disturbed that his accused killer is no longer behind bars. Ibar's family and friends showed up at a Tarrant County courthouse with suspect Devin Smith's hearing. Fox 4's Deanna England joins us with more from his family. Deanna.
Hi there. The victim's family honored his memory in a church service on Sunday. And just hours later, they learned the tenant accused with his murder posted bond and was released from jail.
Okay, it's time for us to mourn and grieve, but we don't even get that. He took everything from us.
Grieving and frustrated, slain maintenance worker Carlos Ibar's mother and aunt are reacting to his accused killer now out of jail.
Of course, right, guys?
Well, well.
And on house arrest. Devin Smith, charged with murder, was released Monday after he posted a $150,000 bond.
How can this man posted bail for $150,000, $15,000, then the other charge that he has added like $2,500?
On April 21st, police say Smith, after receiving paperwork on his apartment door, got into a heated confrontation with an employee in the office at the Mark on West 7th Street apartment complex. When Ibar was summoned to help, investigators say Smith pulled a gun and shot Ibar, killing him. Among the conditions of Smith's bond,
Messed up, guys. Hold on. Now we have another one here, guys. Watch this. Watch. Wait. This is ABC News. Trying to find one that isn't copyright. Let's see. Oh, this has no sound. So guys, this story here, there was a DV, right? And this guy, he shows up to try and help. And the cop thinks he's the one doing it and shoots him.
News now, Thomasville police say one person is dead, another is hurt after a shooting on Tremont Street last night.
Officers say they found 69-year-old Cynthia Duff inside a home suffering from a gunshot wound. She died at the scene. Police say an 18-year-old was also wounded.
Wrong one. Sorry, guys. I was trying to find a different watch.
In this town of 1,500, all eyes are on this gas station following a shooting Saturday night. An eyewitness said around 8:30, a couple got in an argument inside the store, and 31-year-old Jonathan Price stepped in to break it up. Eventually, they took it outside, and someone called the police.
We were out at one of the stores across the street.
And Kyla Sanders heard the commotion.
3 gunshots went off. And I turned and looked at them and I said, a cop just shot somebody.
After his arrival, a Wolf City officer shot and killed Jonathan. Wolf City PD has only said that the officer is now on paid administrative leave. The Texas Rangers tell us they are investigating.
I got around and started yelling, Jonathan, Jonathan, breathe, breathe.
Clarissa Brown arrived minutes after the shooting.
And as he was laying there lifeless, T is my witness, lifeless, the officer had already left this crime scene.
The gas station has cameras, but they aren't releasing video. They say they'll put out a statement Monday.
It's a shock to our community.
It's a small town, a place where the gas station, city hall, the police and fire department are all within a city block.
We don't need this in Wolf City.
And now, 24 hours after this officer-involved shooting, family and friends are trying to figure out why this young man is dead.
Honestly, the nicest, kindest guy you could ever meet.
And police have said
too nice. Too kind, right, guys? And it got him deleted off this earth. Why would anyone do this? Yeah. Julia says he thinks he's Batman. Guys, he should have just kept on driving. You know what I'm saying? And guys, hey, secret, guys, do you guys think anything happened to the cop?
Little.
We just want justice. That's it.
In Wolf City, I'm Alex Rosier.
Look at this.
Jurors got to look at some new surveillance video today in the trial of a former Wolf City police officer charged with first-degree murder. Malini Basu was in the courtroom when that video was played in Hunt County. Malini, what can you tell us about it?
Chris, as you just mentioned, we were not allowed to have any cameras, no microphones in there, so we strictly just had to watch it. So I do want to take you back in chronological order from what we saw. It was only snippets of the surveillance video, taking you back to October 3rd, 2020. And I want to go in chronological order about what we just saw in the courtroom. You see a man come out of the convenience store and he hugs Jonathan Price, gives him a big bear hug. And then the two of them start fighting. And then you see that man who was bear hugging him, they get into some sort of a fight. And then his girlfriend then ends up, the both of them take off in what witnesses say was a red Mustang. In the meantime, you have witnesses calling 911. There's a huge fight going on outside of the convenience store. And then in the video, you see Jonathan Price, talking to a man about a hat. Defense says that they had some sort of an argument about a hat. What that is, we don't know. And that's when Officer Lucas responded to that quick check. Witnesses say that they heard Officer Lucas say, hey, listen, we're going to arrest you. And Price was, no, I'm not going to be arrested. He walked away. Witnesses told the jurors today that that's when Lucas had pulled out his taser and shot him. And then that's when Price had fallen to the floor. And witnesses say that Jonathan Price at that point could not even get up. And they then say, witnesses, that that's when Lucas pulled out his gun and shot him 3 times.
Hey, Melanie, just in terms of the testimony, who took the stand?
Yeah, so we actually heard testimony from quite a few people today, and the ones that really stuck out to me today was we heard from Sergeant Jared Hayes. He is from the Wolf City Police Department. He was on the stand, and I just want to read you some of the quotes today that I was able to jot down in court. He told prosecutors, he told the jurors that, quote, he said, Price smelled like alcohol, but he was not aggressive to anyone. And the defense says, well, did you have a problem when Lucas shot Price? And then Hayes, Sergeant Hayes, he said, I had a problem that he shot Jonathan Price. And the defense says, then why didn't you tell the Texas Rangers that during your interview? Now, back at here live, we also heard from a man by the name of Chase Reed. He is a Wolf City resident. He was at the store at the time. He was also buying ice. And he said that, he knows of each other, tased. And these are some quotes I was able to jot down from Chase Reed. He told jurors that, quote, Nicholas tasered to hit him in the back, and then he stumbled down the stair, lost balance, reached out to catch himself, and he was shot. Price lays out, and Officer Lucas handcuffs him. And back out here live, another witness also said the same thing on the stand, that right after Price was shot, Officer Lucas ended up handcuffing Price. There was a lot to it today, Chris.
Yeah, I know. I always feel like you pick up on different things when you're actually.
Guys, watch this. Check this out. This is the end of the story, guys. Watch. Where is it? Hold on. So, spoiler alert, guys. The cop gets found not guilty. Watch. So this is the cop. This.
Those at this memorial behind me for Jonathan Price to pay tribute to that young man's life, but also make peaceful calls for justice. And as of today, the family says those first steps towards justice have been made. We know that late last night, as you mentioned, Officer Sean Lucas taken into custody. He's behind bars with that bail set at $1 million. And the Texas Rangers, which have taken over this investigation, have released a statement that really sheds new insight into that fatal encounter that took place late Saturday evening here at this gas station behind me in this small town just an hour northeast of Dallas. And in that statement, Shep, the Rangers say that Lucas responded to that disturbance and then made contact with that man, Mr. Price. And it was at that point that he was asked to be detained, and he resisted in a, quote, non-threatening manner and began to walk away. And it was there that the Rangers confirmed eyewitness accounts saying that the officer deployed his taser and then reached for that service weapon, firing those shots that ended up killing Price, who died in a hospital nearby. Now, just several hours ago, we had a chance to hear from the Price family themselves, and the mother was saying that while she could take a bit of relief and was able to sleep for the first time in several nights following this officer's arrest, she says that the justice process is still only beginning, but it wasn't.
You go, guys. Watch this. Internet's being slow.
Jonathan Price's death sparked demands for answers, but a jury found the former police officer who shot him not guilty. Sean Lucas was.
See that, guys? See that? This is why you mind your own damn business, guys. You mind your own business. This Jonathan Price guy, he would still be alive if he just minded his own business. If there was a DV dispute, what? right? Leave them alone. Let freaking Cletus go upside her head. And do you guys see that they said that the couple drove off together and the cop just ran up? So this is after the fact and shot him. Why would you get involved, guys? Why? Guys, these women are spoiled and entitled. Society pushes this narrative that we have to sacrifice our safety, our time, our money, our mental health for these dunderheads, guys. You got to be a hero. You got to do the right thing, please.
But also, how many times have we said, often they're not the victims, they're the volunteers?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Working for the Wolf City Police Department when he killed Price outside a gas station in Hunt County.
Today, Lucas was acquitted of murder. Jobin Paniker was in court for the verdict and joins us live with some strong reaction tonight.
Well, we even saw some of that emotion inside the courtroom as the verdict was being read. Now, this is one of the highest profile cases in Hunt County in recent memory, and it comes down to an interaction between two men that lasted 60 seconds. After 2 years in prison and a trial that lasted 7 days, a former Wolf City officer, Sean Lucas, is a free man. The jury here in Hunt County was unanimous. It took them 6 hours to decide not guilty.
6 hours.
The shooting death of Jonathan Price.
The mountain of evidence showed that he was reasonable.
His defense attorneys, Robert Rogers and Toby Shook, also represented former Dallas officer Amber Geiger. They argued Jonathan Price had reached for their client's taser that October night in 2020. Their fatal interaction lasted only 60 seconds.
The verdict today makes every black citizen in Hunt County less safe. And it was delivered by a jury, not surprisingly, that didn't have a single black person on it.
Attorney Lee Merritt represents the Price family. They all felt there was overwhelming evidence Lucas shot.
Now, guys, here's the thing. He brought race into this. Guys, put a 1 if you get it. Guys, this happens to white dudes all the time. They're these total wuss, scaredy boy cops that show up, and there'll be some 6'8", white dude football player, and he gets blasted too. You know what I'm saying? And there's no justice. This is a police versus the rest of us problem. You guys, need I say it once again? I'm not anti-cop. I'm pro-good cop, anti-bad cop. The police are necessary, but they're not your friends, man. And I guarantee, guys, if there's some 6'6" Brock Lesnar looking white boy, he'd have probably been just as scared,
An unarmed and harmless man. Jonathan's sister is overcome.
I'm feeling disappointed. I'm feeling let down. I'm feeling that,
dude,
my dad
I
didn't
can't
get
take
the
her
justice
serious
he
with
should have
those.
got for his son.
The state
With
argued
color lips like that. She
Yeah.
looks like a
Price
literal
was-
clown, dude.
not
You know what I
aggressive
mean?
and
It's
certainly not a threat.
Is that a
Price,
B-dub
well-known,
thing,
well-liked,
AJ?
homegrown product of
B-dubs
OJ for
feel like they're not the beauty standards, so they have to show out. But they got to be extra. Now, guys, look, now he did get fired, but I guess that's
So we're going to begin tonight in Wolf City. That is where there is a demand tonight for answers from city leaders after a 22-year-old police officer was arrested this week for the murder of Jonathan Price. Andrea Lucia reports from tonight's special city council meeting.
We're going to call the
Look at this. This is a Mucinex character. This is a Mucinex character right here.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh my God.
Look
this
at the
is a
size
germ.
of this thing. Now, guys, this is what inspired this live stream today. All right, let me pull this up. Let me see here. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see here. Let me pull this clip up. Where's this idiot at? Okay, here it is, guys. This is what inspired this live stream. Watch. 3 men watch me load a dishwasher by myself.
I'm not kidding you. 80-something-year-old lady just stopped and asked me for help. 3 men passed me by. Teach your kids better. Golly. Hey, I don't need no man. I can handle my own. There might be somebody out here that can.
Look at that, guys. See?
Wow.
No one offered to help me, right? I'm a victim, but at the same time, I don't need a man, and I'm a hero, right?
I am woman, hear me roar. Numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, I've seen chicks like this in like the Lowe's Home Depot parking lot, right? You guys know what I do? I don't give one good goddamn, guys. This is entitlement. Like, guys, can you imagine like a 5'5" guy sees someone like me who's 6'3" and's like, "Hey man, you ain't trying to help me." That's even old men don't ask other men for help. Guys, put a 1 if you've been at like Lowe's or like Home Depot. You saw some like 84-year-old dude like trying to struggle to put wood in his truck. And he's not asking for help.
Yeah. No, I actually helped a guy once and like gave him a ratchet strap and just like, I was like, let me just like strap this down for you. Like, so you can, because otherwise he wasn't going to drive home properly and it was going to cause an accident. So like, it's kind of, as men, we would view that as me, like I should take some responsibility for that.
Yeah.
Just think about that. That's negligent. That's what Nug would do in the hood. They would just be like, oh, yo, let's follow this car and watch this fall off. And like,
Well,
it was like a piece.
Though. If you are helping in a way that it's like, look, you are competent, but we can both be more competent together, then it's like you can help a dude out. Or men can understand, look, bro, this guy's more competent than I am. Like, he's showing me a better way to strap this down. Then it's not, but we still don't feel entitled to other men's effort. We don't feel entitled to other men's time. You know what I'm saying? We just don't. And women nowadays, just despite the fact that they claim to be strong and independent, right? They expect men to come over, help them, pay for things. It's absolute foolishness.
But she's also being a vapid, yelling, 304, filming herself, complaining and stuff like that too, making a scene basically.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
Plus, who am I to deprive a Mexican from earning a living? Isn't that what they're Home Depot for?
It's true.
Back loading a dishwasher. I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
This. Someone says, tell the bear to help you. Someone says, this is the quality you asked for. Someone says, why is a dishwasher buying a dishwasher? Oh!
She's a rag. Oh!
Someone says, I don't need men. Also, I need men. And guys, look. She's fighting for her life in these comments. Look at that. Someone says, I remember a few years ago, men got shamed for trying to help women. That was during the independent women movement period. She's getting cooked. Someone says she wants dudes to offer to help so you can shut them down. Shut up. Someone says, well, you want to be strong and independent. Don't cry about it so it gets a little bit difficult. Someone says, we learned from history and now don't want to be accused of SA or harassment anymore. Someone says, last time that offered to help a woman, I got a nasty look and got ignored. Someone says, did she build that truck? No. Did she build her house? No. Will she install the dishwasher? Probably not. Men build cars. Men build houses. Men install dishwashers. Look at that. Only women can act this way, guys. What a joke, guys. I wouldn't even help with it. Guys, don't reach for things for them in the store. Don't help them lift things. Guys, at your work, guys, if you work in an office and there's that water bottle thing, guys, people would always go, AJ, hey, the water needs to be changed. I'm like, and? What do you mean, and? I'm like, well, we're all the same, right? Like, we all get paid the same, whatever, right? Like we just had some quarterly thing with some audit to show that we have gender pay parity, whatever. So guess what, guys? You're gonna or the worst was guys put a 1 if you if when the copy paper guy came. That was always the worst because it comes in those big boxes and you got to open the box and they're always tied together and it's heavy. So as they would always try and come and get me, I was like, nope.
Nice.
I don't think so. Here, lift with your legs and not your back.
Yeah. Yeah. You told him to give it the old heave ho. Oh.
Hold on, guys.
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in. He won't look at anyone. Literally, no one is approachable anymore. No one looks at each other. Everyone's heads down, and no one's smiling or just seems happy. Literally, no one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street that does not want to be bothered and ask him if he is single? I feel like I give off the most approachable vibes.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Snowboard, she's all yours. She's all yours. She's what do you say? Wicked, approachable. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
I'm always
she's just wicked.
Smiling, looking pleasant, not looking at my phone. I don't wear my headphones. Literally never once. I've never been approached. Fucking get this. I was talking to a guy I matched with on Cuffed. We were talking on the phone. Had the fucking best conversation ever. Ghost me. He literally ghosted me. Just now I feel like a really good phone.
City boy. City boy.
I just straight up ghosted her. You got her all invested, right? She's all happy, and then it's
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Phone call with a guy you matched with on a dating app like Raya, Cuff, Tinder, or whatever. I guess you just ghost them immediately. It's funny though, like on the phone when we were talking, I asked him if he like ever approaches a girl at a bar or in the street, and he was like, no, God, no.
No.
So I guess maybe that was just a red flag. That men forget that they literally have the power in the situation. So that's why everyone's single.
What do you guys see that?
That tone is terrible.
Men have the power in the situation. You guys see this?
It just ends
this
it on that.
tomfoolery? They have the power to call the cops on us. They have the power to film us and put us on TikTok. They have the power to put us on these "Are we dating the same guy?" Facebook groups and websites. Guys, the person doing the rejecting has the power. Okay? If it's a two-way thing. Now, you might ask yourself, AJ, doesn't that mean that women have the power when it comes to marriage? No, because 99% of the time they don't ask. A woman pretty much can't ask a man to marry her, right? A man asks and she can reject him, but she can't reject him if he doesn't ask. So that's two different things, right? But in dating, where they can ask a guy out, because women have always had choosing signals. Back in the day, the chick, she would bat her eyelids at a guy. Bat her eyelashes, or she would drop her handkerchief.
Drop the handkerchief.
To actually show that they were initially interested in said guy. And then the guy, he would come over and ask her out. Because it was always up to the woman to actually show first interest, right? So, guys, women have the power, but they want to keep that power. You guys see, this isn't even about her saying that she's walked up to guys and got rejected. No. Men have taken the power back by not participating. And do you guys see that this is what I mean by men minding our own business? MGTOW, passport bros, this is the ultimate power move. People go, oh, wait. Some TradCon idiot was like, yeah, but by you guys not participating, that's letting the women win. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Driving away from the casino so you don't lose your ass in a poker game is not letting the casino win. It's the ultimate power move. Is the goal is take your money, jump in your car and drive home, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes, all right? But yeah, this guy's an idiot. Guy says, this chick's an idiot. Says, men have been conditioned to not approach women. So the last 3 decades, it's been drilled into men that we're creepy and women don't want to be approached. Not our fault. Someone says, so these chicks only want certain men to approach them. If the wrong guy does it, she gets upset and bad things can happen. It's better, safer, and more civil. If women approached men, it would save a lot of drama. Facts. Facts. Guy says, maybe you should all be gracious, even if you're not attracted to a guy that's approaching you. You would have higher chances of success. Guys, because this is what secret. Guys, in snowboard, this is why you need to travel. If you go to Mexico, you go to Colombia, and you walk up to a chick, you spit game, they let you down easy. Oh, no, thank you. They still have that feminine character of like, no thanks. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to try and make a sport out of making you look and feel like absolute trash.
Yeah. They do love that. They take pleasure in that often. I've seen it when they've said something particularly nasty or been shitty, or I call them out on something. I saw them smile a little bit, and I was like, it kind of said everything. It's like, this was like fun for you to do this. Like,
yep. Well, that's why they put it on the internet, snowboard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And guys, this all started in the black.
It's sickening. It's sick.
We call it nuclear projection. You know what I'm saying? It's when they make us. Oh no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So someone says it's our culture now. Nobody should blame men or women. Facts. Someone says, well, it's women. So someone said women told us to keep away. Someone says, yes, that's the answer. We are afraid to approach girls. They said that they don't want us to bother them, so you have to approach. Someone says, yeah, I think that men forget that they literally have the power. Okay, and I think that you're forgetting that for the past 2.5 decades, women have been flooding every single imaginable corner of every variation of social media screaming, stop approaching us, but this is our fault. Let me drop that a like. Look at that, guys. Someone says, it's strange. Women know that they're in the matrix called the patriarchy. They hate the matrix. They want to be free of said matrix, but sees its protein goop outside the matrix and complains. Men listen. It's inappropriate to approach women at the gym. That's a place to work out, not at a store. You're there to shop, not on a street. You're a stranger. That's creepy. At a nightclub, they say, can't we just look cute and dance with my girls? That's true. All these chicks say, well, not all girls go to the club to hook up. We're just trying to dress up and look cute. So then guys stop going to clubs. Guys stop approaching, and now they're all angry and pissed off. Look at that. What a joke. Guys, here we go. Look at this. Men are stopping helping women. It's clear to me that many men are stopping helping women. It's not even because of lack of education or empathy. It's more out of fear. I used to think that this talk was online, but recently I heard from people that I know about not helping any women anymore, even if they're dying and there are people outside of this internet bubble. And guys, there have been plenty of stories, especially in Korea. There'll be a chick falling out, having a heart attack, and these guys just step right over her. They aren't playing games. Nowadays, any gesture that used to be seen as chivalry can be misinterpreted. So the guy goes there, tries to help, and it's being seen as someone with ulterior motives or even being accused of forcing something. So people start thinking, better not get involved. Facts. Guys, there was a chick, she was drowning. The guy jumps into the lake. You guys might have heard this story. He jumps into the lake.
Here I come to save the day.
Pulls her out. He has to open her shirt up and it gives her CPR. She ends up suing him and then trying to get him charged with SA.
Wow.
Because he tore her shirt open and exposed her breasts.
Yeah.
And then touched her.
She thought it was going to be DPR. Oh! That's what she told the court. Oh!
Yeah. Guys, don't get involved. Guys, you have your livelihood, your friends, your family to worry about, guys. You cannot risk it for some dunderheaded 304 that you don't even know. Once again, guys, children, it's different. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I'd be kind of wary, right? Like, especially me being like a 6'3" black guy, and there's some like 6-year-old, 7-year-old little white girl. No. I'll call the cops. But but in general, though, if it's a little kid that's you guys, you might want to jump in, honestly. Or a little kid gets snatched off the street, guys. I'm a little bit iffy about that. But a woman, nope. Someone says before it was normal for a guy to hold the door, help with something heavy, offer a ride. Today there are men who avoid looking too much so they don't seem like they're flirting. Facts. And that's kind of sad because it creates a huge distance between men and women. At the same time, there are women who really don't want this kind of help, and that's fine. Problem is, it becomes a minefield. So the guy never knows what's right to do. If he helps, he can be intrusive. If he doesn't, he's rude. So many end up in the middle ground. They do nothing just to avoid confusion. In the end, everyone loses. Men don't, right, guys? Men don't lose anything. Men gain time, money, or mental health back. So women end up feeling that men are colder, more distant, and then women feel increasingly unmotivated to approach because any move can be misinterpreted. It's as if goodwill has become a risk, and that whether you like it or not, it's undermining relationships. It makes everyone more mechanical and more every man for himself.
Yeah. And let me ask one question. When is the last time a woman even just said hello to you?
Yeah, never. Unless it's some
that
old,
pretty much
like,
answers
southern,
half of it right there already.
Southern grandma chick.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, how you doing?
Hey, bless your melanated little heart.
But that's the best part about the South, though. Like, at least people in the South, they're so polite. Like, hey, y'all, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? But as far as like a woman, I mean, a young, decently attractive chick saying hi, how do you, guys?
Just any woman,
last
really.
time a woman gave you a compliment?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Ridiculous. Guys, we have 68 likes. Guys, stop and take a second and hit that like button, please. I'd appreciate that. Someone says there are things that I don't do, not necessarily because of women, but because of the possible reactions of others, like giving someone a ride. It's super easy for it to turn into so-and-so is interested and so-and-so is coming to them. Living in society is like walking through a minefield. Someone says you got to have a certain I don't give a damn attitude. Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What a joke. What a joke. Guys, you will get cooked so fast. What a joke. Someone says last week in a traffic jam on the way home, a car in front of me stopped. So apparently the radiator water boiled. I got out to offer to help without knowing if the driver was a man or women. As my surprise, the driver opened the window and said, "I'm married, you see, mister." I told her to call her husband and then go to there and push her car to the side of the road. I got in my car and split. The motorcyclist who stopped there next to me, he was going to help. When he heard that, he left too. Yeah. Here in my building, there was a husband who was who was DVing his wife and child in the garage. The janitor went to break it up, ended up getting beaten up, but in the end, the woman didn't want to call the police. Right there, guys.
There you go. Yeah. It's a perfect
Another
example.
thing that happened
Perfect.
here was the son trying to lead his own mom, taking her hostage. We called the police. The same thing happened, and she didn't want to file the police report. I know that it seems like men are being passive, but in reality, I think that we're becoming more aware that it's not worth getting involved because then those women themselves don't want to be helped. Because why would anyone want to risk their own life to help a woman if there's no good chance that she'll want to file a police report and want to keep making the same mistake? Facts. The guy says there's a lot of wannabe heroes dead out there. Well, the victim keeps sticking up for the bad guy. Guys, once again, need I say more
Would
than...
you do it again?
Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah. Because that could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
You end up like that guy.
Or that Tom Penny guy who had to go to legal court for like years, like 3 years, and a ton of money, a ton of stress, a ton of everything. Yeah.
He's a hero, guys. He is. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the super chat button. I appreciate that. If I see DV, am I allowed to physically interfere? Guy says on the Capitol line today, a lady with a baby stroller and a tall, skinny guy got on my cart. They were yelling at each other. Well, she wasn't yelling, but sternly telling him to calm down. To calm down, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You guys honestly believe that, right?
No.
And he was throwing a hissy fit. Do you guys see the bias?
Yeah.
Right? They calmed down and started talking normally. But I guess my question is, if I ever saw something like this escalate, how am I supposed to intervene? I don't know about if the female hit the male, but I know that if I ever saw the male hit a woman without her laying hands on him first, I'd kick his butt. See this?
Simping. Tradconning.
Look at that, guys.
This is a tradcon thing. Is kind of where this comes from in a way.
Guys,
it used to be like you should, protect women and stuff like that. But in a society where you're more likely to get in trouble legally and they don't appreciate it, and you just implicate you could end up like that other guy. It's actually just wiser to walk away from like a legal standpoint and stuff like that.
Guys, says anyone remember that story where the guy, he was beating up his girl, and some good Samaritan goes to intervene, and then both of them beat the guy up. And this guy says, yeah, his dad, he was a cop, got called to a DV. He gets there, he finds the guy wailing on his wife. He goes to arrest the guy as to get him off her. She rounds up on my dad and starts swinging too. And there you go, guys. Look at that.
Oh, man.
What
I think
joke.
that's called Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's true. But guys, there was a cop in San Antonio, Texas, where he got called to a DV, and then the husband was literally in full mount, like on the wife, just dropping elbows like freaking John Jones. You know what I'm saying? The cop tackles the guy, gets him off of. While they're struggling, the wife grabs a butcher knife and gets the cop right under the vest, and the cop's deleted. So now they're both
my God.
in jail. Secret, you were saying?
I was saying, and this is why we pay taxes.
Yeah.
Call the police. This is what they get paid to do, not me.
Yep. Someone says, I was at the JP terminal while the domestic situation was going on. They were screaming at each other. The dude got the chick hard across the face. I got up, yelled at him, calling the cops, but a male bystander tried to defend the woman. As soon as the bystander guy grabbed the bad guy, the chick jumped on his back and started trying to claw his face and eyes while screaming, "Get off my man." Bystander guy shook the chick off his back, and Romeo and Juliet took off running down the road. Be careful. Guy said, I had the exact same situation. A guy, he was pushing and grabbing his girl. My buddy walked over and said, hey, man, don't do that. Girl spun around and went full rabbit on my friend. Look at that, guys. The worst thing that you can do is get involved. But they feel entitled to have men get involved, man. What a joke. And guys, most DV, they're hitting each other. You know what I'm saying? Or they're doing it to each other. So,
yeah.
Hold on, guys.
The sex is only good if each person hits each other, too.
Guys, but yeah, that's probably a good reason of why it happens. Guys, watch. No, hold on. Hold on. Either way.
There's a conversation around men being unwilling to step in when they see violence towards women. I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was about 21, 22 years old, I was a senior in college. I moved into this apartment off campus where locals, is how I'll frame it, also lived. And there was one night I was there, this is maybe like the first month I moved in, and me and my best friend were sitting in the middle of the apartment. And all of a sudden we hear like furniture moving in the other room and like a girl screaming. And I look at him, I'm like, yo, do you hear what I'm hearing? And he look at me, we're like, and we stopping just to listen more because like it sounds like someone's getting their tail beat. And so we listen and we hear like, stop, no, I want to leave. And so we're like, okay. So we get up and we knock on the door like, yo, like, hey, bro, what's going on? And he opened the door, man, back to F up, woo. And we see a young lady in the back. And we're like, yo, are you good? And she's like, no, I'm not good. And we're like, yo, like, do you want to leave? And she's like, yeah, I want to leave. I don't want to be here. And so she's trying to get she has like a suitcase full of luggage. She's trying to leave. He grabs it and we're like, hey, bro, back up. We two grown men. You one, like, it's not going to be good, but just let her leave or whatever. And so at the last minute, he snatches her phone and leaves so she can't call an Uber or whatever. So we call an Uber. We call the cops, number one. And then we call an Uber. We call an Uber on our phone to get her going. So we get her situated. We talk to the police. She's situated. She leaves. And so I'm talking about, hold on, yo, that's crazy. 4 days later, I'm walking into my apartment and he comes up to me and he's like, yo, I know you was messing with my girl. Woo. I'm like, messing with your, I said, that was the first time I seen her. What are you talking?
Now you're webbed in.
There you go. You see why you don't
this was simping.
Get involved? Because guys, you could have got killed over this.
Yeah. And this is trad conning and this is simping combination in a way.
Yeah.
About she had told him that the reason that we had stepped in was because I was trying to get with her. I'm like, bro, I just met you.
Green thing on his head.
I never met your girl.
That's his do-rag. I
don't know what the situation was, but like, does that make sense? And he's like, I guess that doesn't make sense. A day later, I see that same girl walking into my apartment with him, and she just looks at me.
Yeah.
Like she did, like what happened didn't happen. Like we didn't step in. Like she wasn't getting her tail beat. And so
absolutely no
I think
gratitude.
It's important for men to step in and to advocate. But I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. That situation taught me something very, very valuable. Not only did she immediately go back, but she tried to lie on me.
There you go.
Yep. The guy who was trying to help her out, but she knew what type of guy he was. I watched that dude get arrested by 5 cops in the middle of my apartment like 6 months later. He's gonna kill me at least 5 more times because of that initial interaction, because she lied. I'm not saying don't listen, advocate for women. If you see women in need, you step up. But ladies, you also have to understand sometimes men say this not because they're cowards or they're afraid, but sometimes experiences like mine happen and they're not lying about it. Listen, I believe my life is in the palm of God's hand. He's a keeper for me. He's kept my life in all situations. So I would do what I did again. I would do if I would.
You see, guys? You see?
Would you do it again? Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Hell yeah. Because that could be my mother, my sister, anybody else.
All right, guys. You guys an idiot. You guys an idiot. Hold on.
I think with romantic
Same situation,
relationships in general, right? Romantic relationships in general, even like when they come to you with complaints and everything, I think is the best thing is to just kind of stay out of it because they're going to reconcile and then you're going to be the bad guy at the end.
Well, but there's so many external factors, right? What if you guys are fighting and the cops come, right? Let's just say this guy comes. I mean, this guy's wailing on his chick. And then you guys get in a physical fight. So the cops come. They don't know who the aggressor is.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of actually the best case scenarios is you end up handcuffed. Because what if they shoot you, tase you, stomp you out, you get arrested, right?
Yeah.
And then they let you loose, but your whole life has been upended, let alone they actually shoot you, stomp you out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then after that, now you have an enemy in your building. You have an op now. You know?
The best thing you can do is just like record it and then incorporate that into like a podcast or audio clip. Like
yeah, post it on TikTok, get some views. You know what I'm saying? Make some money off.
TikTok.
That's what a joke. What an absolute joke.
Do it again.
Everyone's
but ladies, you gotta consider this. If I were back in that situation, I would do far more to protect myself and potentially my homeboy. He didn't live there, so he was good. But like, people lie, people do stuff. I have no reason. Maybe she traumatized. I don't know the nuances. But I could have been the victim as well. Is my point being, trying to do the right thing. I could have easily become a victim. There's a conversation.
There was drugs in the house too.
Look at this.
But if there's
someone
drugs,
says, "Nah, this is facts. Men should be safe. It's different. You live in the area. A man near us got shot and killed at Walgreens for trying to stop a TV. Listen, sounds like you didn't learn your lesson. You said that you would do the same thing over again. This is going to get you seriously hurt or put in the ground."
Well, that can do your stream longer.
Ground. You are putting yourself at risk for no reason. And if you do get killed for this, you will not be celebrated, rated, or remembered. You should risk your life for your family and your friends. They are the ones that will remember you after you are gone. I hope and pray that you will come to your senses before something terrible happens. Good luck out there. Post. Look at that, guys. What a joke. What a joke. Guys, never, ever, ever risk your own safety for abroad. Never. Nothing good can come from it, guys. And once again, you are going to get, you're going to go in there and try and be some superhero, right? You're going to get arrested, get shot, killed, and then And the next day, she's gonna be at homeboy's house, letting him shoot up the club.
Yeah.
You know.
One time, in front of my house,
Snowboard Larry. So you keep talking. I have to restart really fast so that TikTok works. Well, I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Just,
yeah, I have a story I can tell. So one time I was sitting at my house in the summertime, and I live like across from a beach, basically. And anyways, somebody like got out of a car, and they were arguing and stuff like that, and he kind of like pulled over in my yard for a minute or so, but like I didn't really care that much. And then the girl just started like walking through like my yard and stuff, and then walking into the road and just laying down in the middle of the road. And I was like, I'm not helping you at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be like, now I'm involved in like her boyfriend, and like now they know like where I live. I can like, I don't know, throw trash out the window, or do, you know, just do something stupid like that. Yeah, that's a form of simping now, because you're only being a gentleman if it's being done for a woman. If you're doing deeds for a 304 who's using you, then it's not a act, or not.
You're a simper hero.
Yep. I learned my lesson.
Instead of being a gentleman, like when it used to be like, well, you're being a gentleman, and like it made society better if you like, you know, helped.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson 30 years ago. It was the first day, my sophomore year in college, and my ex-fiance at the time, her niece, who I practically grown up, got into it with her baby daddy to the point to where he smashed her car window, started wailing on her. Her daughter's face got, you know, messed up because of the glass, and so the grandmother called me, and I rush over there, and the EMTs are there, you know, clean out their face and everything on those lines. The cops tell them to go to the station and put the restraining order in, and so I go drive them. And as we're driving to the police station, I see this fool crossing the street, and so I rambled my car, hit the brakes. He went up on the hood. I jumped out and started beating the crap out of him. And we literally had traffic blocked up on both sides of the street.
Shit. Hashtag car.
This was some hood shit. And I could have broke this dude's neck and killed him like 2-3 times. And the police came, and fortunately I didn't get arrested or anything along those lines, because they saw the face, they saw the girls, everything like that, and so they took him away. And a week later, they're back together. And I'm still,
oh my God.
And I'm still limping because of how many times I put my foot up this dude's behind. And I'm still limping. And I'm like, I almost killed this dude. And I learned a very valuable lesson right there. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it shows that they just treat you like pawns.
I learned my lesson on a story like that, but it was like a couple where I intervened. We didn't fight or anything, me and the guy, but later on I find out that that's just that couple's MO. That's their relationship. It's kind of like a foreplay with them. They fight all day, and then they have very passionate makeup activities later.
And so for me, the precursor to that situation was actually my cousin. She was dealing with, you know, a sidewalk street pharmaceutical sales rep, had 2 kids by him. He's paying all the bills, and this was back before cell phones. Well, I'm trying to keep my language YouTube friendly.
I'm like, wait, what? Pharmaceutical sales rep? I literally pictured a guy in a suit with like a briefcase.
No, you see Nug Nug wearing a freaking a white lab coat with a freaking suitcase and freaking cornrows and a bulletproof vest on.
Well,
oh no!
And so, well, he's paying all the bills, and this is before cell phones, and we had pagers, and you had the phone card that you can go down a payphone and charge it to your home. And so, literally, he was calling, talking to other chicks. The phone bill's going to the house, so of course my cousin see it. So she goes put him out. She calls me over there so he can pack his stuff, and I'm there. And this is a big dude, and I'm like, look, I'm not here to start anything. Look, just you got busted. And look, I'm just here because if you because you know how she is, and if you put her hands on her, then I got to put my hands on you. And truth be told, you too big to be putting your hands on me. And I'm just trying to keep it light. And less than a week later, he got keys and he's back in. So now stay out. Don't get involved in this domestic crap. Don't do it.
Yep, it's true. Here we go. Look at this, guys.
We are fucked as a generation of women.
We are fucked as a generation of women. Let me tell you what. Oh my God. So I am on the freeway, right? My freaking tire, my tire light comes on. I pull over at the gas station. My tire wall is busted out, right? I'm at a gas station. There's multiple men in work trucks. And I literally was like, can someone please help me change my tire? Like, I will pay you. All of them said no.
Right.
All of them said no.
That's okay.
This one man was like, do you need a jump off? I can do that. But you can't change a tire? I'm the most independent person. And this is probably the one thing that I've never had to do.
You're independent.
So apparently you aren't so independent, are you? You absolute dunderhead. What are you talking about? Look at that.
You stupid woman.
Because I grew up in a family of men. Of men. So here's my life right now. I'm stressed. My boyfriend's on his way, but I was trying to get somebody who could do it quick because we live in LA and traffic is a fucking bitch. And
someone else had to do it quick.
Mouth on this chick.
Yeah.
Listen to the mouth on this broad.
Right. Like, I'm just a girl. What the hell?
Oh,
wow. Everything has revolved around her.
Yep. Look at that.
Oh. Literally, and they were all the men just kind of looked at me. One man was literally, his truck business said mechanic on it. And he was like, no, I can't.
Okay.
Nice.
What do you mean?
He means he
what
can't.
What do you mean?
Y'all act like whatever you want, people have to do it for you. They can't do it, and that's okay. You got a man, he's coming. Wait, why the fuck are you even crying? Like, I wouldn't even go out of my way to go bother some guys who are around. I would have just been like, look, babe, my tire is flat. Whatever is going on with my tire, this is the problem. I need help.
Look at that guy.
That's it. Why are you bothering people? And then have the audacity to cry when they tell you no. They don't have to do anything for you.
Yeah.
With how shit is going right now, I wouldn't do it either. The hell? We are fucked.
And AJ, she wants someone to help her sooner than the person that's already coming to help her and who should be helping her. So, but the reason I'm saying that, she's willing to also waste his time too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he drives all the way there. It's like, I came all the way here to help you. And like, oh yeah, someone just did it sooner. You're like, what? I just had to leave what I was doing and shit to go, like, take care of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just using you as a pawn again. And do you want to know why they use you as a pawn? Because it's the only piece on the chessboard that they can put into their ass easily.
Oh! Guys, why do we keep letting this guy Look at this guy. There was a video with Obsidian, and he was talking to this guy about the red pill, and this guy was like talking about how this chick expected him to do a bunch of stuff for her, and he was like, "Why?" Is this it? on. But yeah, and the guy was like, yeah, I don't know why she was expecting me to do all this stuff for her when she has a boyfriend. He goes, well, welcome to the manosphere. Welcome to the red pill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll have to try and find the video. But is this it? Yeah. But anyways, let's move on here, right?
There is quite literally nothing that aggravates me more than the amount of men that I see on the New York City subway that do not stop to help women at all. I will see women struggling with literally like 60-pound strollers. They have a baby on their arm. I will literally sit there and I'll wait. Okay, let's see how long it's gonna be. Some man obviously has to see this lady struggle. I'm watching them looking at her. No, they don't. Why am I, the 126-pound woman, helping this woman push a 60-pound stroller?
Because she won't accuse you of SA or trying to kidnap her kid like that poor Indian guy. You guys remember that?
He was at like a Lowe's or Home Depot or something.
I
do remember
Wally
that.
World. Yeah. Guys, he's suing everybody.
He's going to be ripping it now.
I hope he gets paid. You guys remember this, that right? Square Circle, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Listen, I was listening to the whole show, man. I just wanted to chime in on a few things I heard, and I also have a story too. But anyway,
Judah, what's up, man? I recognize him.
Yeah.
Voice. You have a different name. What's up, Jude?
I've been all right, man. I've been watching a lot of shows. I just haven't been able to click on all of them.
No worries.
But anyway, man, I was listening to that last caller, the girl who was saying that, she was on the side of the road and none of the men helped her, right? And one thing that stuck out to me was she was saying that, I have a boyfriend and he was on his way, but I just wanted somebody to do it quick. These women think that they can just use men, right? But at the same time, they expect, if you want anything from them, they expect some type of investment. But just pay attention to how she already has a boyfriend who reaps the benefit of being with her. She probably cooks for him, probably not, but let's say she cooks for him. But he reaps a benefit for helping her. But they feel like every man should stop and perform for them at the drop of a dime. They just feel like every man should perform. But when it comes to the story I had, and why it's so important for men not to put their life on the line to defend a woman, right? And I'm going further with this because a friend of mine, we had this talk. Even family members, you have to be very careful about defending a family member of yours, whether that's your sister or a female cousin. I'm gonna tell you why. When I was 17, I got incarcerated, right? So I say that to say this, but one of my first encounters with how dangerous this is I was 17, so a guy who was like my cellmate or whatever, he was like 32, right? And I asked him, what you in here for? And he was saying that, his sister, her boyfriend was, he was abusing her, right? So he already being a convicted felon, he grabs his piece and he whips him with it. He pistol whips him with it, right?
Damn.
So he gets this charge. Now he doesn't, because one thing, I know you guys know the law. If you're already a convicted felon, that's like almost a mandatory 5 years because you had a firearm to begin with.
You shouldn't have had it in the first place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's waiting on his time, right, guys? And the worst, so what happens is this guy, now mind you, this a real tough guy. I'm 17. I got a lot of respect for this guy. You know what I mean? Just the way he carries himself. One day, man, he goes to use the phone. He come back crying. I'm talking about, this not no weak man, bro. And he's crying, tears. And at first I didn't say nothing, but I kind of asked him, I thought somebody passed away. You know what I'm saying? Man, he tells me that he hasn't talked to his sister since this incident happened. He been locked up for a few months. But he goes to call his sister, and the guy he pistol whips answers the phone.
What? What? No way. Look at that. Whoa, guys, hit the like button, guys. That's crazy.
Yes. So before I pass it, guys, and for you guys to comment on, I want to say this. When you hear all these women, think about how many videos I think it was back to back. You played 2 videos where these women are filming because men aren't performing for them for free. Listen, I was on another channel, and this is I've come to the conclusion, this is how you battle feminism. They want to demonize men. They want to everybody know that the world doesn't run without men, but they want to terraform, or they want to perform this psyop that's not the truth. They want you to perform and keep the world going and take all credit while you do it, right? So what men have to do to combat this, we don't fight physically, we don't use our words, we don't go back and forth with them, just refuse to perform and watch them implode.
Yeah. Or guys, we vote with our wallets and our feet. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And guys, this is why, once again, minding your own business is the best way to move forward. This is the only way that we can guys, we win by just not doing anything. This is the one thing in life where you can win by just not participating. You know what I'm saying? Sweet auntie, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, guys, don't get involved. Don't get involved, because you are not a hero, right? No one's going to remember you. They're not going to sing Viking songs of your name. They're just not. You're just going to get caught. You guys, this is that one Indian guy. This is him.
New developments in the case of a Cobb County man falsely accused of an attempted kidnapping inside of a local Walmart. Today, his attorneys filed a federal lawsuit against prosecutors and police.
Channel 2's Barrett Peterson is live in Ackworth tonight. Barrett, his lawyers claim investigators had a vendetta against him.
Yeah, so this is a copy of the lawsuit. Mahendra Patel's legal team insists that prosecutors knew what really happened in the store, but they went after him anyway.
Look at that.
Mahendra Patel called it a nightmare.
Me and my family went through hell.
47 days in jail after being falsely accused of attempted kidnapping.
What happened to Mr. Patel cannot happen in this country. It's unacceptable.
It happened last spring inside this Walmart in Ackworth. Customer Caroline Miller says Patel tried.
She repeated the story on the news. Guys, if you try and help some chick with her stroller, this could be you next.
To take one of her young children. Channel 2 talked to her shortly after.
No. What are you doing? He pulled him. I pulled him back. We're tug-of-warring.
But Patel's lawyers say the store's security video showed otherwise. Patel says Miller was on a motorized scooter and that one of her kids was falling off her lap. He caught the child and handed him back to his mother. Patel's legal team claims prosecutors and police knew this, but went after their client anyway. This federal lawsuit spells it out, and Patel will be demanding compensation.
How much money is it worth?
Oh, that guy's going to cook you.
Yeah.
That guy will cook you.
Yeah, this is this.
That guy.
Guys, this is the type of lawyer you want.
Exactly, yeah.
He's going to come in guns blazing. Yeah. Trust me, he knows what he's talking about. Oh! He knows how to win a case. Oh! He knows what's the tip of the iceberg. Oh!
Hey, did you guys hear about the recent case of the guy that saved a woman? She was walking down the stairs at the apartment and she starts to trip and fall, right? And right before her head slams on one of those staircases at the bottom of the stair, this guy was walking through like a doorway that's right at the bottom of the staircase. He catches her to keep her from slamming her head. She sues him for assault.
What? No,
this just happened, man. This just happened. Susan for then her argument was I was, him stepping in the doorway startled me and that's why I tripped. But the video feed shows that she was already falling. This dude, his reflexes was superhuman to catch this woman before her head slams and hits the corner of that stair because it can be curtains for her.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this.
A young man, Brian Morgan, is facing accusations of negligence after helping a woman who fell down the stairs. The incident, which was caught on security cameras, shows 28-year-old Lauren Mitchell missing a step while going down the stairs.
Look at that, guys.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Look at that.
I believe I can fly.
Was about to hit the stairs. Brian reached out and prevented further injury. At the time, there was no argument, but 2 days later, Lauren filed a lawsuit claiming that Brian's sudden appearance at the top of the stairs startled her.
At the bottom of the stairs?
Causing her to lose her balance and fall. She alleges that she
it's
now
his
suffers
fault.
from multiple bruises and emotional distress and is seeking $250,000 for medical bills and pain and suffering.
What a joke, guys.
And look at her turn on the waterworks.
Guys, what a joke.
Wow.
What a joke, guys. There's women who got saved from drowning, who got pulled out of burning cars, right? And they'll still sue a guy. And guys, this India guy, he needs to sue everybody. He is suing her too.
Facing decades in prison.
Good.
What is it worth to have your name plastered all over the news as a kidnapper? So your question is how much money? My answer is all of it.
Let's
Patel
go.
says he still
I
can't
tell you
believe
guys,
what
that's the type of
happened.
guy you want.
Simple trip in
It's like-
Walmart to get a Tylenol turned into a
He wants a Tylenol.
my life.
I'd be pissed off too.
Hackworth PD and the Cobb District Attorney's Office about the lawsuit. The city says it hasn't received it yet. Once they do, they'll release a statement after a thorough review.
Yes, he was in jail for 47 days. This evil, demonic piece of trash.
Yeah.
Yes, I will try and get updates on this. But this poor guy, man. Hold on, here's another one.
A man accused of attempted kidnapping at an Ackworth Walmart last year is now filing a federal lawsuit against officials today. He was in jail, Annie, upwards of 2 months, and he said he wants compensation for all of that time spent for being wrongly accused in this case. Bring us up to date on what's happening here.
Yeah, so that federal lawsuit was actually filed this morning.
I think she's like a
Patel,
midget, kind of.
Again, was accused of attempted
No,
kidnapping.
he's probably just
This
tall.
was back
She's
in
like probably like 5'1" or
2025
something.
in March,
You know what I'm saying?
and
I don't know. I think we got
Ackworth police
ourselves
had
a
arrested him
spinner.
after a woman claimed the picture inside of the Walmart March 25th. And again, it was nighttime when this occurred. But he says he was just approaching the woman to ask her about Tylenol or some type of medication. But witnesses
They keep plugging
ended up saying that
Tylenol
he
this
was
entire
attempting to
time.
grab the child that was with her. Months later, those charges were dropped by the Cobb County DA. But he says the period that he spent having to be in jail, the amount of money that he spent having to get an attorney, having to spend all these funds on legal fees. He says that he was impacted because organizations, kicked him out. And he wants to be able to receive some compensation for
He's
the
gonna
way
have an
he
uphill
and his
battle,
family
though.
were affected.
No, he
so
won't.
that's why they filed this federal lawsuit today.
No, he won't.
So where does this case go next? I mean, your hearts and sympathies go out to this guy who lost basically 2 months of his life. His
Yeah,
life
with that
was
guy,
thrown into
definitely not,
disarray.
actually.
All kinds of court costs and lawyers fees that come out of his pocket.
Guys, Blackest Night, he was right. He was right. Guys, look at this. There's I can't really show it, but look, a bunch of V-dubs gotten fights with a bunch of Transformer type people.
Oh my
Watch.
God! Oh my God!
I can't show this, but yeah, but
hey, she came in throwing a gay maker.
Oh! There's a video, guys. There's a video. Look, they're getting stomped out in the background.
Oh, you got to post this in the Discord.
Yeah. I'll put this
man.
in the Discord, guys. So
staircase because you guys won't help her. I see girls struggling with suitcases all the time, women struggling with groceries, y'all just sitting around. Not all of y'all are in a rush. I don't know where y'all going. Most of y'all don't even got no damn jobs. Act like a man. There is quite literally nothing that
anyone want to step up to the plate to help this thunderhead?
No. She wants us to move her emotional baggage.
guys, what a joke. Guy says men don't owe random women any labor. Hold on. Let me just in case like this. Someone says, I'm not offering anyone unpaid labor. I'm not your slave. Facts. Someone says, hold on. All right, here we go.
So I just got followed by a man for multiple blocks and eventually
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
had to park, get up and scream multiple times, can somebody help me? This man is following me, because no matter how much I walked and how much I moved, he kept trying to fucking follow me and harass me. So just another day. I literally had to scream at the top of my lungs multiple times for somebody to come and help me. And you know who the first person was to come help? A woman.
But I thought that's your strong independent. Where was your bear call? You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
Where was that?
I am woman, hear me roar. Numbers too big to ignore.
Someone says, I saw a video of a woman being assaulted by a drunk guy, and everyone rushed to help her. I commented, why are no men helping? And then said, I don't think that I should have to help a woman or a child because I was born a man. Facts. Facts. Look at that.
Well, one thing that nobody pays attention to in this whole dynamic is that, you know, women, they say that they can do anything a man can do, right? But they can do it better. That should be the clapback. You know, the reason I'm not helping is because you can do everything I can do, but you'll do it better. So I just let you do it.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Next time, call the bear. Laughing face. Oh, your laughing face. Post. Jeremy said, we are the villains if we help women out or not. I've been cussed out by a B-dub for not helping white Becky. Well, there you go. First of all, that's what you get, Jeremy, for even talking to a B-dub in the first place, right? Come on, dude, right? Thanks to the $4.99.
You are scaring the host.
And Jeremy says, I don't owe these modern demons anything. Facts. Absolute facts. No way, dude. No way. Nope. You just could end up dead, yo.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Hilarious. Look at this. She's in Korea. Look at this. Someone says, as a strong, independent chick, you got this. You're doing fine. Well, what are you trying to prove? Ha 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 ha. And no one cares. And your point is, how can I make this men's fault? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Right, but if you're a man and you watch me struggle to put my carry-on in the overhead compartment and you don't offer to help, jail.
Look at that.
What is wrong with you?
Right? You guys notice it's always like Uggo B-dubs that are always, it's always the biggest white girls and the most and tortas, and then just mid B-dubs have the biggest attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Someone says, we don't owe you anything. Hope this helps. Someone says, girl, I don't work for the airline. Look at that. Someone says, are you seeing? I'm 6'4". Are you gonna tie my shoes? Someone says, you bring a bag that you can't lift, jail. Facts. Look at that. No one owes you anything. Workout plan to lift your carry-on. Bicep curls, traps, sit-ups, shoulder upright rows, shoulder press. Do these twice a week. Best of luck. Guys, this is what us Western men have to deal with. And that's why, guys, monk mode passports. Guys, we're almost at 100 likes, guys. Hit the like button, please. I appreciate that. You know, but guys, what a mess. What an absolute mess. I know that we joke around a lot, but guys, please listen to me when it says, mind your own damn business. Guys, don't help these chicks. Best case scenario, she calls the cops on you. Worst case scenario, you end up dead. You know? There we go. Yes.
I just want to say there's no hope for these men. Bitch, why is my tire so flat? Hold on. Why is my tire so fucking flat I can't even drive on it? And these dusty motherfuckers want to drive up in a Brano right next to me talking about, hey, shorty. I'm like, yes?
The lie detector
You know what?
I'll take things It didn't happen for 500, Alex.
Yeah.
Right?
And,
You guys,
and a chick in a Subaru pulled up. She's like, "Hey, are you using a scissor jack?"
Guys, I guarantee that she's a well. I guarantee. Let's check.
Oh yeah, probably.
Hey, you fine? What's your Instagram? Bitch, do you not see me trying to change my tire? You're sitting in the car asking me for my Instagram? Anyways,
Guys, she's
let's
out on
change
all
this tire.
fours being a complete 304 in public, filming herself.
Even how she squats down.
Yeah.
Right? She's doing that on purpose.
She probably
That's
let
fine.
air out of her own tire, AJ, then aired it up like afterward.
Let's see if she has kids. I bet she does. Look.
Hey, y'all, get ready with me to go to the club. I bag you know.
Oh, it's sounding
Moved
more and
by
more like
Mason.
a well.
Yeah.
By her voice.
Yep. This is the I only date black dudes chick. You know what I'm saying? And guys, these are any man worth his salt is going to avoid this chick like the plague. If she's not a well, she will be soon. I mean, look at
Yeah, she will.
It's the charcoal gray, which is
Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? What a joke. Guys, she's not even recreational use only. This chick, man, you'll get caught up. She's the type to freaking try and stab you in your sleep. You know what I'm saying?
She lost me before sleeve.
Yeah. Or she has the herp derp. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I don't see any kids. Oh, hold on. She has a late tree. Guys, I think she's a OF chick or a literal 304. I think so. Yeah.
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 I mean-
That's it. Look at this skeezer, dude. Look at this. Look at this skeezer, dude.
She's at like a kid's. Oh. It's at a hodeo.
Look at this
Wow.
Absolute skank.
sit and reflect on your actions and your emotions and how you've been feeling lately and think, damn, my period must be coming.
Okay. Too much. Too much. And guys, this chick is mid at best, right? She bought some cakes, right?
Yeah.
Got some stuff done to her face, you know, and now probably has some like NBA players or basketball players trying to talk to her. So then she thinks that she's the queen of the world.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And has to tell you about it and tell
Yeah.
you that your situation like sucks.
Guys, leave these rods alone. It's these simps that are gassing these chicks' heads up. Here it is. Now, guys, if you date these chicks, guys, if they're spoiled and entitled and want you to pay for everything while they work full time, and spend all their money on stupid stuff.
You serve at their pleasure.
Yeah.
Is like what they like.
That
to make
is
it
their
as.
definition of a relationship. Look at this, guys. Watch.
I'm going to start like observations from a single woman, right? But one thing I've noticed is like, I feel like as women, we have to stop being with men who don't like us. And I say that because I will sit there and watch a woman struggle with a man. Like, and I just don't understand it, because why would a man who likes you sit there and watch you struggle, or sit there and watch you need to ask another man to do anything for you that they are capable of doing? It's different for things like that clearly need a professional, but like for things that don't, why would they prefer you to go and seek help somewhere else instead of them figuring it out or offering or insisting on being the solution to your problem?
What is she even talking
That
about?
makes me
I don't know. It's just
I'm
nitty.
kind of high a little bit, but maybe I'm actually not. I don't know what one it was.
If you are with a man right now and he's very comfortable with seeing you struggle, he's very comfortable with you struggling to pay your bills, let's say your car broke down, he's not there to come fix it or like solve your problem or anything, right? If he is not looking to solve your problems and you're his woman, I need you to leave that man where he's at.
But
Okay?
guys,
Because
let me kind of restate what she just said.
We now come
Castigator says, what do you call a tree that grows feminist. A country.
A bush.
Oh. Yo, I didn't even see that one coming. Yo, thanks for that, man.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
I'm telling you right now, men who actually like you, who are inspired by you, they know it's their role and their responsibility to help you out and want to solve your problems. That's what they're there for. At the end of the day, they are providers and protectors. So if they are not going out of their way to make your life easier or to solve any sort of problem that you have, you need to leave that man, because all he's going to do is be your problem and not solve your problem, okay? Because if you live with a man and you guys are both struggling to make ends meet, he should be the one stepping up, having 2-3 jobs to try and make sure that you're not stressed out with that kind of situation.
This is what I find so amazing. Yeah. These women have no problem articulating what the duties, the role, and the responsibility of a man, but they can't tell you what the duty, the role, and responsibility of a woman is.
Secret. You have a whole lot of background noise.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Someone does. I don't know who it is, but guys, I need to cut down on the background noise.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Secret. Yeah. Keep going, pal.
Yeah. So like I said, it's amazing how these women have no problems articulating the roles, the duties, and the responsibilities of a man, but they can't seem to tell you what the duties, the responsibilities, and the roles are of a woman to a man. Huh?
Yeah.
I just find it so amusing.
Yep, it's true.
A man watching you struggle is not normal. A man should want to be there for you, to be that provider. And if he's not doing that, girl, you will have a very miserable life with someone like this. Please be very, very...
Yeah, guys. So someone says strong and independent until the bills come. Facts.
Yeah.
Someone says it's a relationship, not a sponsorship. Someone says, how do you make the perfect woman? So she doesn't have a mouth. Someone said, all I heard were bills. Look at that. Someone says, I'm not comfortable seeing my girl struggle, but that doesn't mean that I need to pay her bills and mine. Facts.
Yeah.
Look at
Well, I just have a question. How can a group of people who say that they're superior to men also expect and think that men are well, the truth is we are, but how could they also believe that men are capable and are responsible for solving all of their problems? If they were superior, how will we be capable and expected to solve their problems if we were inferior?
That they expect us men to pay the bills when it's when they're the reason why we have to have 2 incomes in the first place. That's all the feminists' fault. Bunch of absolute dunderheads. Come on, man. Not his job. Don't put your bills on me. 2 to 3 jobs. LOL. Yeah. Will she do the same? Look at that, guys.
Well, I have like a stoic point to make. Like, when you're a hoe, you also view everyone else as a tool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that's kind of like what they're doing for men, because that's how they see everyone as just a tool for their own, what they
Nothing
want.
will make me lose respect for a man.
Guys, I freaking passed the wall. Turkey neck. B-dub. What'd you say?
This is a B-dub? I thought she was like Pakistani or something.
That P word snowboard. Don't use that word.
Okay.
That's like saying we don't say that here.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. I thought it was innocent.
Yeah, no. Like that. That's one of those words where, because we're Americans, the context is different. But in Canada, the UK, and Australia, that's and I only know, and I know that
people use it for a store too. They call it like the store.
Yeah, but that's because
I'm not going to do
it. But that's a derogatory term, right?
Yeah,
so like
absolutely.
That's like how but like so like there's people who used to try and say that they didn't know that the knock on the door and run game was called inward knocking. I didn't realize that was a bad word. Of course, it was a derogatory thing to say, right? My point is, even though we don't have that context in the United States, I have seen a YouTuber get got for using that. I'm not saying that you meant it, but I was shocked. It's like the same way where like in the UK they use the "see you next Tuesday" word all the time. But if we say it here, we get cooked. You know what I'm saying? Even though like it's just very, very, very strange. So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And faster than to be in the presence of a nothing will make me lose respect for a man faster than to be in the presence of a man and he see me struggling as a woman or see any woman struggling and he won't even take his hands out of his pockets or lift his hands to help a lady. Zero respect for men like that.
Now, guys, I can say that expecting men to buy them stuff, that's a young, hot girl's game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, guys, look, we know that a lot of men's standards go out the window if she's hot enough. That's just the way it works. Guys, how many times have you said, I don't bang single moms, but then there's this hot single mom who's like, looks-wise, a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Except for little stretch marks on her stomach. Yeah. And you're like, dang it, I got to get it in. You know what I'm saying? But guys, this old hag right here, seriously, come on, dude. And you're a B-dub too.
Yeah.
Come on. And guys, there's a reason why she had to turn the comments off. You know what I'm saying? Because she got absolutely roasted.
Yeah. And AJ, I took that in confidence.
Hey, guys,
I guess it would work to get like an ET fetish.
Yeah, guys, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? There's single moms, girls hot. Hey, it is what it is. Show up to her house.
It's the best.
With some freaking bottles and Janes, yes. With some Alizé, you know what I'm saying? Get it in.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Hey, it is what it is, But in general, guys, people like this. First of all, she's driving. Second of all, black does crack, right? And third of all, they put this stuff out there, but I really don't think she thought that this would go negatively. I think she thought that this is gonna go good, and she got cooked because she turned the comments off. Judah, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying what's crazy is, of course I am black. I'm African American, right? But it's crazy that a black woman is telling you what she doesn't respect, and she expects a man that she expects her man to perform for another woman, which is crazy. But also, look at the statistics show she's saying what she doesn't respect as a black woman, right, in a man. But statistics show, if you just look around and the numbers show that black women tend to respect men that don't respect women. They tend to respect men that don't work, men that are criminalized, that will victimize women and men. Men that are either selling narcotics or victimizing other men in gang culture. The studies show that this is what women actually respect because these are the ones they're reproducing with.
Yeah, I think there was a person who said that
they're attracted to it more. There's more of a raw attraction. They don't necessarily even respect them more.
But
I don't believe a woman. And I'll say this: I don't believe a woman. This is what I believe. Maybe you guys disagree, but from my experience with women, a woman cannot be physically attracted to a man that she doesn't respect.
Yeah, not at all.
Mm-hmm. And also, just inside the squared, I believe they preferred sidewalk pharmaceutical sales rep.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the titles wrong. I don't want to get the titles wrong. You're right.
And guys, once again, they talk about not liking men who are misogynists, but it's funny that that's all they sleep with, right? You know what I'm saying? That's all that they bang.
Yeah.
Women show you who they like by who they sleep with. And if they say, hey, look, all of my boyfriends were all cheaters and assholes and abusive. Well, guess what? That's what you're attracted to. That's the type of behavior that you were rewarding this entire time. Guys, the only reason why men do the things we do is because it works, right?
Well, what do Ross Jeffries always say? I don't go by what women say. I go by what they respond to.
Yep.
And if they respond to ass kickers and felons, well.
Tom Likes, he said the same thing. Guys, we need 6 more likes. hit that the like button. Yeah, Tom Leykis said the same thing, guys. You know,
I was just now in a setting struggling to lift an office chair that was really heavy to get it from one place to the next place, and I had to lift it and carry it a short distance.
Didn't it have wheels? Most office chairs have wheels, you idiot.
2 men stood by in executive positions.
Well, AJ, she was trying to carry it on top of her head.
Oh, do you guys see?
A lot harder.
See, look, it's a power play. So she's expecting executives, the most valuable members of the firm, to stop and help her. These are guys probably getting paid hundreds of dollars an hour to keep the company going, to actually stop and help her lift the chair. Yeah, see the power play? Oh, well, they might be CEOs, but I'm entitled to their time. I have power over them. Get the fuck.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray.
Yeah.
Run amok.
Cork says people pay to watch these live events. Which live events were we talking about? This one? Yeah, guys, pay me and I'll do more of these. Who's saying something? Okay.
No, I didn't say
Lift that chair and watch me struggle to carry that chair to where it needed to be to return it to less than.
What was that?
I was going to say something because another reason the CEOs are actually smart because they don't want to be involved because it specifically states in the OSHA rules if some woman is trying to carry a chair on top of her head and is just being an idiot, don't try to help her lower it because then you're implicated.
Yeah. Look, yeah, it's very, very, very true.
But I'm saying how people like carry stuff on their head and it's like it probably had wheels on it, you know, like.
Yeah. Yep.
A very short distance back to its proper place. Zero respect. I have zero respect for men who will watch a woman struggle. If men will stand by and watch you struggle, even in lifting a chair, they will stand back and watch you struggle.
Look at this crying.
Women,
crying.
Children, and senior citizens. I have a soft place in my heart for those 3 populations because
so you help them then.
Yeah.
You help them then. You've done. Yeah. You guys know what I hear this entire time? Clown world.
If she has no respect for men who will sit back and watch a chick struggle, I wonder what they'll say about our side of the internet. We're not only will sit back and watch, but we'll laugh our behinds off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll call the rest of you guys to come over. I'm like, hey guys, hey, I got a barbecue and 12-pack of PBR, guys, and let's sit and watch these underhead struggle.
Yeah, what again,
AJ has like a backyard projector thing. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
What the thing is, man, I believe the only correction. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you're all good.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I believe the only correction is getting to the point. I've been giving a lot of thought to this. Like I said, they've been trying for the last, decade, maybe longer, to try to devalue the impact that men have in this world, or basically hide the fact that men run the world and we are the reason why a society is even possible, right? The only way that you can course correct the disrespect that men have received is to refuse free labor, refuse to give your value for free, because just like in anything else in life, if you give people value for free and they don't have to work for it, they take and then discredit you over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
Weakest populations on the face of the earth.
Well, I tell you,
watch a senior citizen, a woman, or a child struggle, and as a man, you do nothing. I have zero respect for any man who will watch a woman struggle and do nothing to
And this is why you never, ever, 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 guys, talk to B-dubs. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Don't interact with them at all. It's a complete and total waste of your time. Guys, taking a dump is more productive than talking to this dunderhead right here.
It says volumes about your character. Volumes.
See? All they have is shame, guys. That's all they have. No logical arguments, no nothing. Just shame. Guys, I will, if I have a show tomorrow, it might be later or it might be early because I have my final dentist appointment tomorrow. So, yeah. So I'll let you guys know when that'll be.
Wait, are you ending the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered that I didn't tell you guys yet. So
I don't know needs to hear this, but if you're dating a man
who would not pay your bills, and guys, it's so funny because these African dudes, man, they want a green card. So man, they will take on any and all comers. There'll be some 500-pound beluga and like, my beautiful American queen. So they can get that green card. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It is okay watching you struggle. You have not seen boyfriend. You have not seen husband.
But you've already let him smash.
There is a saying.
Yeah,
there is a saying in my country: the green hair and the green card.
Hey guys, hey, you know what? I gotta give these African dudes and these Hispanic dudes, honestly, city boy. Because how many times do you see these dudes from like the DR, dudes from Africa, dudes from South America? They con these freaking old chicks or these biggins into marrying them and bringing them to the United States, right? Then they hang on just long enough so that they can get naturalized or get their citizenship, and then they just divorce abroad and pipe down a bunch of hot chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Right.
You know?
Have either one of you guys ever dated a African chick before?
My brother, he was married to one.
Okay,
And
well,
it
I
was-
did. I want to say, I know you want to finish video, so I want to get this off my experience, right? Because I know when I first met this African chick, I was under the impression that I was doing better than just messing with the American black woman, right? But I found out a whole different host of different problems. Well, in their country, right? So maybe they are a little bit more traditional, but in their country, the men actually do pay for everything. Everything that the American black woman says they want in the modern woman, that is true about the African man. But in exchange, the African woman usually submits completely, right? But on the flip side, right, you would think that this can be something that can be worked out. If I pay for everything, she'll submit completely. But in their country, it's also expected that if that man unexpectedly loses his job, he gets injured, sick, where he can't provide, that woman is expected to leave him instantly. She will not stay by his side. So when you're dealing with an African woman, she only loves you as long as you can perform, and she is going to leave you the first chance you can. You can. So what I'm just saying
Judah,
okay.
How is that different than these women in the West? At least the African women are upfront about it.
Yeah, they upfront about it. Yeah, I'm just saying that for anybody who didn't know, that was a culture shock for me, because I thought that, because when I was dating this African chick, everything, it seemed like, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like a fantasy until I started to pull back layers about who she really was and, the way she was raised.
Yeah. Instead of that gawk, it's a 5,000.
Oh man. Jesus. Oh man.
Guys, come on, that's funny.
That's got one of the best things you've ever said.
Oh no.
And that's also brought to you by me.
Look at that, guys. Guys, let's see if we hit 100 likes. Let me see. Yeah, guys, the algorithm, the all-knowing algo wasn't liking my content for a little while, but now it's picking up, guys. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we're almost at 31,000 subs. So hopefully that'll snowball. You know what I'm saying? Guys, once again, our content, Snowboard knows, right? Now that he's making content, it's ice skating uphill. You know what I'm saying? If we were talking about pro LDHC TV or women or queens or just streaming Minecraft or some vapid video game, we probably have like a million subs by now. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not who we are, right? This is stuff we talk about. We're very niche, but you guys notice the same people come back all the time, and that's because that's because of the community that we're building on my channel, Snowboard's channel, Omni's channel, etc. Right, guys? We literally make alternative media, right? We are making media that's the opposite of the gynocratic, misandrist media that happens. This woke liberal news, right? This daytime talk show, Netflix, where 80% of the content has LDHC TV stuff in it. We are the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Loud and proud. And if people have a problem, don't watch, right? And once again, guys, anyone who disagrees without my statement that women are spoiled, entitled, dunderheaded piece of trash, hit the StreamYard link. You know what I'm saying? But I will warn you once again, guys, I am not a debater. I'm not this whole, well, I'm going to sit here and be stoic as you disrespect me. I'll cuss you out and kick you off. And I'll have fun doing it too. You know what I'm saying? So anyone who disagrees, come on up. We'll have a lighthearted, organic conversation. You guys will see more and more as the channel grows. We will have more people calling guys, and we'll treat them just like we treated that other girl who called in, right? Or that one professor guy, he called in. Matter of fact, I got to clip that conversation because that was a really good conversation. Guy, he was old, he was misguided, but he meant well. You know what I'm saying? So he listened, we listened, so we had a back and forth. Because people call it crashing out or whatever. I am not above crashing out, cussing you out, and kicking you off. Crack on CCK. Crashing, cussing, and kicking.
AJ.
I'm not above the crashing, cussing, and the kicking. You know what I'm saying?
AJ, why don't you have any merch? How can you you should make some loud and proud merch. No, don't do it. Don't think it means something else.
I know, right? Merch. I know. Guys, I had a shirt. It was a really, really, really dope. It was a skateboarding brand shirt. And I really liked it. It was black and it was multicolored, but then I realized like a couple weeks after I bought it, this is back in like the early 2010s, that it looked like an LDHC TV shirt. I'm like, it didn't click, because it have the logo and all of that. But like then you guys know that there's LDHC people who try and call themselves brother and sister, just like we like blacks call each other brother. Sister, there was a push for LDHC TVs to do the same thing, and I was wearing it in the gym, and this total just tootie guy was like, "My brother," and I'm like, and I got home, and by the time I walked past the mirror, and it clicked, I was like, I need to take this shirt off. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Wait a minute. That was straight Value Village or whatever. I was like, you guys can take this. I'm donating this.
AJ is like, why all these ninjas keep trying to give me their phone number?
I was like, I'm trying to remember the actual brand, but it was a really cool shirt too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I was like, no. People get the wrong idea, man. You know?
And the funny thing is, I had something similar to that happen to me at the Gen 2 LA Fitness back in Philly, but that's another story.
Let me see if I can find it. It was I forget. So by the way, but yeah, guys, no.
5 grown men walk by, able-bodied men walk by as I struggle and help this poor mother with 3 children carry her stroller down the stairs. They just looked and kept walking. I'm literally like dropping my umbrella and everything. They just keep on walking.
Exactly 3 videos before this one was a news story about how a man that was a security guard was by a sidewalk by a bus station. That security guard saved a woman's life that was not paying attention. She was looking at her phone and about to cross the street right in front of a bus. In the video, you see this man reach out and grab her back with one hand onto the sidewalk, and then he uses his other hand to help keep her standing, but she ends up kind of crashing down to the floor anyways. This woman ended up pressing charges on this man for grabbing her the way that he did. And what was honestly up for debate, according to this woman and some people that were supporting her, was that that man should have asked for consent, that he shouldn't have touched her. So yeah, that's why. That's why a man is not going to handle your bags, and especially anything to do with a child, even if the child is not in the stroller. He doesn't want anything that could come back and fall back on him. It's women screaming for equality and trying to get men in trouble for basically just doing the things that they've always wanted to do, genuinely. That's the problem.
I just had 5 grown.
And we'll do one more here.
People in a relationship. Me and my boyfriend always get in a fight over money.
Look at this.
After all my money.
Guys. Judah Seagrip. Anyone black in this chat, I want you to chime in here. All right? Check this
People in a
out.
relationship. Me and my boyfriend always get in a fight over money. After all my money goes into my bills, I usually have nothing left. So I picked up 3 jobs, right? Me and him always get in an argument over cash. And mind you, I'm only ever asking for cash on my off days. Like, if I'm paid, I'm good, right? On my off days, though, I do be asking him for cash. And I'm not talking about like hundreds of dollars. I'm talking about 10, 20, maybe 50. And it majority of the time, it's to be put back into the house, right? My man literally does nothing but keep his money to himself. I want to marry a provider. And I feel like providers, will help.
So why are you with this dude? And let's just grant everything she says is true, which it's not. Because how do you have 3 jobs and you're broke? That's something you're doing wrong, right? But let's just say that he's a bum, right? Why are you letting she's letting this bum shoot up the club, right? So what does that make her? Come on, man.
Wow.
But on top of that,
you asked, I'm going to answer you.
She wants the next guy to pay a higher price than the current guy.
Thank you. Guys, we hit 100 likes, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. We're on a crazy streak with 100 likes, guys. I appreciate that. And guys, the other day, the last old chick stream, guys, we had 512 people watching at once. Absolutely insane. More people watched my last episode of the old chicks than watch that stupid LDHC TV Star Trek show that just came out.
That's awesome.
If you wanted to be with a provider, you guys wouldn't even be together. You can't even ask this man for $10 that you know that he has, and he sees you struggling. If a man truly cares about you, he cannot be comfortable.
So why are you
knowing
with him?
that you're uncomfortable? He would have a hard time sleeping, knowing that you're tossing and turning, worrying about something. He doesn't sound like a boyfriend. He sounds like a roommate. I feel like this man is stacking his money so that he can move out. Because why are you so? If we're together,
she's right, guys. It's easy sex, right? And she's paying her half of the bills, and he's stacking up money. And then once he actually makes something of himself, he's out of there. Good on him. You know what I'm saying?
Look, sometimes you just want to nut and go to sleep. Nut and go, baby. Nut and go.
Hashtag couple nuts and go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing I wanted to say is that. Oh, go ahead.
I'll be quick. In the LDHD TV community, they call that technically a hobosexual.
Oh no. Hobosexual is a term that
you want to live at their house. You're like a hobo at their house.
It started out as women saying that about bum dudes, about like nug. But then it actually turned out for all people who do this, right? But guys, anything else on the topic here? before
I was just saying that when she was saying about the guy she's living with that doesn't want to give her money. I mean, I've reached that point. I really don't understand right now, especially in 2026. I don't see the benefits of a relationship. To be honest with you, to me, it seems like a bad deal.
There you go. But Judah, you're how old again?
I'm 37.
And then you're single, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you? There's no more singing over there. Have you traveled outside the U.S.?
Nah, man, I haven't.
Okay, Judah. See, Judah. Join the Discord, and Secret and I will get you on a call, bro. When you actually meet and talk to feminine women, the women who are living in that way and have that energy and have that mindset that they're supposed to have, it completely changes. It's going to be such a culture shock to you. You're going to be like, what the hell is going on? And what that is, it's a shame that why is it that Gerardo can live in Colombia and work at a pineapple stand and get an 8 out of 10, who gives him that El Gok 5,000, right? Cooks and cleans, and he works at a pineapple stand. But then Jamal, right, who's a lawyer, he can't even find a good woman in the West. It makes no sense. When you actually travel, it's a shock. Like I remember how it felt. Secret. I have an echo coming from someone. I don't know if it's
it's not me.
Yeah. So you see it with white dudes and with black men who travel. And this is why, guys, didn't you ever wonder, like in the 80s when we were growing up, you saw those army guys that had Korean wives and Filipino wives and how much happier that they were. So me being Washington State, I had a lot of friends who were mixed race, who were, half white, half Filipino, half black, half Filipino, half black and half Viet, half black and half Korean. And I noticed that their parents never fought. They never argued. They were always doing good. It's because their dad was the king of the castle, right? And their mom, even though she ran a nail salon or whatever, she was the support system, And it's so funny that that's the default everywhere else except here. And, okay, I think the best example of this, yes, Liberty Cat, dating is for simps. Guys, hit the like button. Yes. Guys, the best example of this, Judah, have you ever talked to like a Japanese woman who's from Japan?
Nah, never Japanese.
Okay, if you have any friends that are like dating or married Japanese chicks or like whatever, they love Western men, especially American black and white men, because Japanese men, they feel like they're so cold, distant, and have a stick up their butt.
Right.
How
I noticed that.
we make Japanese women feel, where they can kind of let their hair down and be more like happy and more like, that's how we feel when it comes to women who are in their feminine, that are from Colombia, Brazil. We have to be on this crazy guard when it comes to Western women. We don't want to be called creeps. We don't want to get arrested. We don't want to get taken advantage of, right? That's the same with a Japanese woman when she's talking to you, Jude. It's like, oh my gosh, this Judah guy, he's funny, he's hilarious, he laughs, he's funny, whatever. He wants to take me places and do things. They're shocked when they actually talk to men who are not Japanese, because their culture with their men is so yes. German chicks are the same way. German chicks love American black men and white men because they don't even have to dress up. They can sit there in their pajamas, crack open a Hefeweizen and let their hair down. You know what I'm saying? That's how us American guys are. We don't really expect much because we don't really get much out of our women anyways.
As a matter of fact, I just want to quote just two things real quick, AJ. So, Judah, I told the story. I stayed with one of my boys who was in Japan. I stayed with him and his girl for a week. And by the time I got back, and after my 2 weeks in Japan, I came back to my base. I went to the recruiter and I was like, if you make me a Japanese linguist and get me stationed in Tokyo, I will re-enlist right now.
Yeah, because the whole time he was in Japan, he was a cunning linguist. Oh!
How do you guys? How do you guys get past the language barrier?
Dude, there really. Hold on, wait. There really isn't one, bro. Like, Jude,
Japan, they speak English.
But in the cities and the tourist areas, but you can Duolingo and YouTube and stuff and learn enough to get around. And with Japanese chicks and Korean chicks, if you try, they think it's cute. If you actually, like, as a black guy, try and learn enough Japanese to spit game, oh, dude, it's crazy over there. I've never been to Japan, but I've been to South America. My Spanish is good enough to get played. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't really worry about it.
And plus, just so you know, now I was in Japan in the 90s, and this was before Duolingo and Google Translate. And they all know, especially when you're in Tokyo, they all know English. Now, they're not comfortable speaking conversational English, and so they'll write it down and stuff like that, but they all know English. But second, if you're not, are you in the Discord, King Judah?
No, but I plan to get into it.
Yeah.
You got the information in the description.
Email
me. No. Here. I'll drop the link in the private chat. Here you go.
Snowboard just dropped off. So just FYI, try to get like $2,000 together. That'll cover airfare and everything. The last week in October, I'm going to DR for Halloween week. It's wild. It's crazy. Any guys in the Discord that's been in after hours with me that you've seen my photos and videos of the holidays, Halloween week in Dominican Republic, co-sign. Snowboard's seen a lot of the videos, so he jumped off. But yeah, just FYI, Snowboard might be going. I'll be out there. Join the Discord, and then around June or something like that, I'll put it out there, and hopefully a group of guys will come hang with us and have a blast.
Here's the thing, though. Czech chicks, East German chicks. You go to Germany, the only thing that you'll turn down is your collar. You know what I'm saying? And they're built like how they say black women say that they're built. That's how these German chicks are built. Small waist, big, the buxom, blonde, beer stein holding broads. And guys, they love any of these uptight cultures. They love American men because we're so laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And once you got them feeling comfortable, we all know what happens next. Oh, shot. Yeah.
And plus, we treat them so much better than their own men.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
and that's one. I think that's one of the only benefits that the feminism thing's actually done that women can actually say is that American men, because we live in this gynocracy, will actually listen to men. You just think that Colombian dudes listen to women? There's a reason why that a lot of Hispanic dudes, from those countries, pretty is everywhere, and then they have that kind of machismo where it's like, you're just a woman. Africans too, you're just a woman. You ain't got nothing to say. Right. Middle Easterns, but we'll actually sit and be like, you know what, dear, that's a good idea. Like, our default is listening to women more. You know what I'm saying? So to them, that's the fact that you'll sit there on a date and have a conversation and listen. They're like, whoa, this is crazy. So yeah, man, Judah, you have to go where you want it. Guys, don't waste time on these Western chicks at all. At all.
Right.
Monk modes, passports, period. That's it, guys. That's it. I would say that there are chicks, if you go to rural America, right? Let's just say somehow you got a job out there in rural Iowa, you might be able to find something. So like, my girl's from rural Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? So she's a more traditional chick. You're better off taking a chance with that. because at this point, rural America and the city might as well be two different countries. You know, rural Utah, rural Montana. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, the fact that you, Judah, and Snowboard haven't experienced what C-Grip and I have, I'm telling you, it's like the biggest culture shock when you go out and you don't see any biggins. When like even the most mid chicks working at like McDonald's or working at the pineapple stand are like attractive because they don't have lesbian haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Castigator. I'm not saying that we actually listen. What I'm saying is we at least make an attempt. Guys, you got to understand. When you talk to African men, when you talk to guys from Brazil, they like, as much as we talk mess about chicks, we don't see them as being secondhand citizens here, second-class citizens here, like in the Middle East, right? Or culturally how it is in like Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like if there's a chick, I don't know what I would listen to a chick about, but like we at least stop and take a second. Well, but I'm not going to listen to a chick when it comes to actual life advice. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm interested in a chick, you know, you might sit there and have a conversation about, I don't know, music or whatever. So
no, I'll break it down. I think what you're trying to say is that, you know, when we're there, we're actually interested and we're curious in regards to their life, their culture, their country. We want to know what places to go, things to do. What do you like to do? Where do you like to go out dancing and stuff like that? That we take an interest in that way. But also, when it comes to reciprocity, we're the kind of men that if you treat us good, we're going to treat you better.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, and because if you're here and you're cooking, you're cleaning.
Stop. Castigator. It's not, bro. It's not pandering, bro. It's called dating. And that's why dating oftentimes isn't worth it. Guys, you know, if you interact with a chick, guys, you have to listen to her yap, her big trap, so you can get the draws. It's called playing the game. Pandering, guys? No. Pandering, hold on. This is pandering. Watch. Look at this. This idiot right here. Where is it?
How much money should a man have before he gets into a relationship?
At minimum, a man should have $300,000 in his savings account. 50,000 of that goes to your new bride. Before y'all get married, here, I love you, hits 50,000.
That's pandering, Castigator. That's pandering right there.
Well,
that's
I want to say
pandering.
This. I want to say this. AJ,
No. Hold on. I don't want to move past this. That's pandering, okay? Telling these chicks stuff that's false, that's just not true at all, to try and get money or to try and get the draws. You know what I'm saying? That is pandering. Sitting there on a date, playing, like, doing the whole back and forth dating game, that's not pandering. It's not. It's playing the game. Now, the game right now is not worth it. Because, guys, some used draws is not worth listening to a woman's mouth, obviously. But pandering is seriously saying things like, guys, this dumb shit knows. Watch.
You don't want her to be submissive. You want her to be stupid. You want her to trust your leadership, even though you keep leading her to a brick wall. You couldn't lead her to love. You led her to depression. You couldn't lead her to the best version of herself. You led her to anxiety.
That's pandering, bro. You know what I'm saying? But guys, once again, if you are out on a date, okay, you have to play the dating game. Now, you don't have to. You don't have to date at all, right? That's why you see guys not dating, because the juice is not worth the squeeze. So, Judah, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that going back to what you were saying, the point you made about the difference between American men and other men being able to, like you said, listen to women, kind of, find a middle ground with them, right? Be down to earth with women. And for the guy who was like telling you that it's pandering to do that, I think they missed. I think they missed the mark. You know what I mean? Somewhere along the lines, feminism has a lot of men even delusional, because the thing about life is, right? Conversation rules the nation. And
Yeah.
what I mean by that is being a conversationalist is a skill that you want to take in every aspect of life, because that's how things get done. Everything that's major to you that's going to happen, any blessing, any success, it's going to start with conversations.
Yeah.
If you can't hold conversations, you will find yourself not being able to get anything in life, because usually things are verbal before they're written and they're set in stone. Like, that's why I say conversation rules the nation. So if you like women, and if you ever want to have a woman, because a lot of men say they want a woman that's loyal, that don't want them just for their money, right? But how do you expect a woman to be loyal to you 100% if she doesn't even know you? You're not a good conversationalist. She doesn't know you. Why would she be loyal to you to a fault?
Well, I just think that this is all women's fault, because growing up, we had friends whose parents, one was a Democrat, one was a Republican, one was Jewish, one was Christian, right? One was, when men and women got to know each other, they got to know each other's differences, and women accepted that their husband agreed with different things, right? But now a woman you'll go out with her and she expects you to have voted for Knucklehead Harris, to be pro-Palestine, to be pro-LDHTV. And if not, they don't want to deal with you. It's insane. And guys, I've done videos on these chicks who say they want a conservative guy who will protect and provide, but they want him to be liberal. They're not attracted to liberal guys who want to go 50-50, but then they hate the politics of the guys who will pay 100% of the bills, who will protect them, who will provide. And that's their problem, not ours. And guys, if you want to have a woman that you don't have to play this game with, guys, go to South America, go to Southeast Asia. You know what I'm saying? Go to places where you don't need to make a lot of money. You are a man. And there's places where a woman would rather die than be an old woman alone. Not married, no kids. That's a fate worse than death. Guys, once again, what women are the most married group of women in America?
Asian.
Thank you. What women are the least divorced?
Asian again.
What women have the highest education?
Okay, Asian.
What women earn more than white people?
Asian again.
Thank you very much. And yet they're the most married. Doesn't the whole feminist thing say that men are intimidated by women who earn a lot of money? Doesn't it say that the women who are the most educated somehow can't get married? It's cultural. There are Asian women who are married to men who might earn less than them, who are successful, but he's a man. They prioritize his masculine leadership and their children and their marriage the same way that they prioritize their relationships. Their degrees and their jobs. You meet chicks from Eastern Europe, you meet chicks from Asia. If you work and you can help pay the bills, you are a man in their eyes. Because if someone breaks in the house, they want you to go punch the dude in his mouth. If they have children, they want their children to have a father who has good character. And this is how the United States was until the 60s and the 70s. It was the same way. Our grandfathers weren't all rich. Our grandfathers weren't all these high value men, right? But they had a woman who would respect the fact that they have character, that they get up and go to work and get the job done, take care of their wife and kids, help out the community. That's what men were. And then all of a sudden it became all about, you got to make $400,000 a year. You got to pay all the bills. You got to let her spend all your money. It's just, ridiculous.
You also forgot one more statistic. What race also has the lowest rate of single mothers in the U.S.?
Wait. Okay, Oscar, are you saying Asian men listen to their women when they're getting to know each other? Yes. When they're on that date, and he says, "So, what kind of music do you like?" And she says, "Well, I like this." He says, she likes that kind of music. If he asks her what her favorite color is, he's going to listen and say, "Hey, her favorite color is blue." And then maybe somewhere down the line, he's going to say, "Hey, look, I remember that your favorite color is blue." So you have to listen to the other person in the most basic sense of the word. But I don't know where this whole thing where you think that he's being bossed around by this person. You can't just be with a person who you don't listen to, who they just talk and everything goes in one ear and out the other. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe like you're kind of like off into the woods, and I don't know how you got there, right? But men listen to women for certain things. And women listen to men for most things, right? But there are times where, guess what? If you're talking to a chick and you guys are gonna build a life together, you better listen to her, because you gotta understand: is she a junkie? Is she bad with money? Does she want to turn your kid into a LDHD TV? These are things you have to listen to. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to what her values are. You got to listen to what her value judgments are.
Mm-hmm.
Expectations of what a marriage or relationship is. So you can't have a relationship with a person who's just a mute.
And how many times
he's gonna sit there and just not talk, and then I'm gonna marry her or I'm gonna have a relationship? That's silly.
And plus, you want to get a woman talking, because let me pip you on some more.
She can tell on herself.
Exactly. The more you get them talking, the more they tell on themselves.
Exactly.
So yes,
exactly.
I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel. I want to know the things you like to do. I want to do that deep dive in your social media. So yes, I have conversations with the women that I'm involved with, because I listen, I observe, and I learn.
Because I say a good 80% of the time, other than I would say that for the majority of a man's life, the most important decision that he makes is the woman that he decides to marry.
How many
guys do you know? Well, if he gets married, yes, but I've seen guys get wrecked because they married the wrong woman. Destroyed.
One of the best, and I've gotten a lot of good advice from my clients. And one of my clients, once again, shout out to Ed. I asked him, what was the secret? This was a guy who was an accountant, multimillionaire in retirement. I asked him, how did he build his wealth? And he said, well, let me tell you this. You either have a nest egg or a goose egg, depending on which chick you end up with.
Yep. Oh, guys,
and no truer words have ever been said.
But yeah, guys, I don't know how somehow someone thought that I say that people should pander to women. Obviously, people don't listen to what I say or haven't been part of the channel. I don't know how you would get that from anything that I ever said, right? But I don't believe that you should pander to women. Guys, you shouldn't pander to anybody, right? You know what I'm saying? But guys, marriage is a scam, fine, right? But it didn't used to be. Marriage has been the number one wealth creator and community builder in history. What messed it up is when no-fault divorce came in. Guys, do you guys realize divorce was illegal in Ireland until like 2012? Guys, why do you think in like places like Ethiopia, they do such vetting? Because with marriage, people come together. Now, modern marriage is cooked. I see the benefits of getting married if it's the old school way of getting married. You understand? It's a good idea in theory now because we incentivized the women to leave. There's no stability. There's no reason. Back in the day, back in the Castigator, no. Well, okay. You guys see that Kentucky went to the automatic 50-50 custody and divorce dropped by 30%. If you figure that logical next step could be, but I don't think it's going to happen, but that small 1% glimmer of hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guys, I see the benefits of marriage and how it used to be, but the way that marriage is in the West, there's no reason for most men to get married.
Can I chime in real quick, AJ? So I actually had this conversation with a car full of women.
Yeah.
Marriage is a business.
Yep.
And
but
right
that's
now
why,
in this country,
hold on. If your household income's over $230,000 a year, the divorce rate drops to below 18%. Yeah, it drops to below 18%. But that still means 18% of dudes get cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
So marriage is a business. And in this country, when you create a business contract, when one party is incentivized to break it and get compensated for it, yes, it's unfair. That's why you have to vet and be very discriminating with who you allow in your life.
That's true.
And so if you don't know how to screen, vet, and ask good questions and then follow up on those answers, then you're going to be cooked. And so, we say all the time, there's a saying, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. And I'm gonna just agree with one thing AJ said. Come this October, if I'm gonna put a bunch of big booty Latinas in your lap, you damn well better pander to me.
But yeah, guys, here's the funny part, and you guys all log off here in a little bit. I honestly believe that we're gonna hit this tipping point of men that are walking away. It's happening more. Gen Z and Gen A, they're done. They're done with this. It might need to be 17%, 20%, 30%, where men are just gonna not answer the call. And women are gonna have to drag themselves across broken glass to incentivize men to come back to the table. But a lot of guys won't. And that's why Passport Bros scares women so much. It's because women want a captive audience. They don't want men to have options. Just like black women don't want black men to date out, Western women don't want American men to date out. They just don't.
It's more insidious than that. Because AJ, you, me, Snowboard, for decades, we was these chicks' backup plan.
True.
And now, like you said before, I'm not answering that call.
Exactly.
I'm no longer being a servant to a system that does not serve me.
Yep, that's true. Guys, game over, man. Guys, we aren't having it, right? It's not happening, guys. And this is why I'm saying, guys, we are winning. We are winning, guys. We are winning. More and more men are over here all the time. And guys, put a 1 if you agree. Every, 26 months? Oh, the red pill is dead. It's dead. Blah, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? But guys, what did Obi-Wan say? If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Guys, more and more men get cooked and end up over here with us. You know what I'm saying? And guys, all these divorced guys, all these men who got cooked, right? They're gonna try and find a place and be like, when they come over here, it's like on the Matrix where Neo comes out of that pod. You know what I'm saying? They realize that they've been that they've been fooled.
Unplugged.
Guys, all of us guys who are in our 40s, when you get like in your late 30s and 40s and nay just isn't that important to you anymore, right? Because that's all these chicks have. That's all these chicks have is just trying is just throw peace leave at you. But like, guys, I would rather stay home, drink a beer, work on my hobbies. And there's nothing that women can do to compete with that. So, all right, you guys, I'll shut this bad boy down. I thought Snowboard he was gonna do it live, but I don't see it. But yeah, guys, I gotta head out. I will let you guys know tomorrow in the Discord and on the community post when and if I'll have a live tomorrow. Canadian Spider-Man and all you Canadians, man. Guys, I'm so glad you guys are here. Your country's cooked. And sorry that there's idiots from our country going over to you guys' country, dude. Hey, sorry. They're your problem now. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Bye, guys. Take it easy.